It's because you're a spastic mongoloid.
Thank you, Kyle. Really appreciate that. Yeah, so I uploaded the first 2 minutes of the Earthside video for members only. I don't know if I want to make it public because like it. I mean, I had fun with it, but it is literally 2 hours, and I'm just like, this took almost as long as Mangler's video, and this is infinitely more fun. It's gonna be infinitely longer.
I won't forgive you.
I feel bad, but I can't tell if that's just because of the content or if that's because like hearing Mangler's voice great over and over again is just not an easy thing to listen to when you're editing.
By the power of water.
And he made it easier. I have to go like step by step and find shit. Which reminds me, I have to edit in new information in my script since I have to fucking fucking speak it anyways.
You'll live.
Hello, Samaj. I wouldn't care so much, but it's like, bro, I already spent the 4 hours. What the heck is that? Ugh.
That monster that appeared from the spirit vessel and the power inside the blazing sword. They're both.
Oh, well, that's why my video is gonna be funny. That's good.
It's all astral energy harvested from the
Oh yeah, Al Pacino is apparently becoming a dad again.
I suppose so.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And it was the Danans who gave their lives for today.
Oh yeah, you lost half your face.
Power, after all this time, is what finally destroyed Balsif and his wall. By the way, what happened to all the energy that we released?
It's dispersing and spreading across Dana as we speak, finding its way back to where it belongs.
So it seems 15D bail is getting accepted.
And all the
Yeah,
energy the Renans have
I told
harvested,
Daniel I would.
where does that go? Once sovereigns decided.
Yeah, Bayonetta doesn't get pushback. Neither does God of War. Only Devil May Cry needs pushback.
What? Can't tell the Danan that?
So the reason there's no reason VSB can deny 15D Bayo is because they already accept the only piece of evidence for higher layers.
It's powered by the burning astral energy of the Master Core I possess.
So I told Daniel straight up, there is no reason they shouldn't accept it if they already accept the premise for 5D.
How am I supposed to know?
I just hope Daniel knows that if he tries to take that shit on the road, no versus the Bay the worth their salt is gonna fucking buy it.
Be that way. It's not like we ever trusted each other any.
Are you throwing a hissy fit because your girlfriend's leaving you? Man, good thing that doll never falls off your head.
She's still not awake?
Not yet.
Oh, it just brings an added levity of comedy.
Must have been quite
She's
fun.
just as serious as we are.
Give her?
If only. What with the beatings we've taken lately, we're barely getting by on the little provisions we have as it is.
That bad, huh? If there are no supplies here, then. That's it. We need Doc.
Doc? The same Doc that took care of you?
Yeah, he's back in Mosgul. If anyone can help us, it's
I
him.
find it interesting how like you don't remove the rest of
In
your
that case,
helmet.
would you mind asking for us?
I wonder if he can't feel it's still there.
I'm tied up here for now.
Not a problem. Leave it to me. I wonder what that girl's deal is. Never imagined anyone would ever come from outside the walls of Calaglia.
It's really not that big of a deal. There are more realms out there than just Calaglia, you know.
Maybe it sounds normal to you, but I've been behind those walls for as long as I can remember. Of course I knew there was more out there, but it sure didn't feel like it when unscalable walls are trapping you in.
I hate to burst your bubble, but the rest of Dana isn't much better. The world's full of lords who are just as bad as Balsef.
I know. That girl must have had her reasons for coming over to our territory. Even so, it's nice to see
What's
there
up?
really is life beyond the
Oh no,
walls
it's just the,
of
the, the fucking little doll on the corner of the fucking page
This
or
wasn't enough for
picture.
me to be happy.
Oh, that's funny. Did I hear Realms? Oh yeah, did I tell you someone on my Fist and North Star server talk shit about Mangler?
I feel like somebody's watching.
Alright, hang on, let me get to this. When they say realms in this game, they mean realms as in God of War realms. So different countries.
No, but yeah, so some guy was saying that Mangler is just a guy who looks at the surface feats and doesn't read the lore or anything in the Fist and North Star server I'm a part of. And I just had to bite my tongue and move all of my day because I just knew that like anyone who could accuse Mangler of just being surface level didn't watch a single one of the videos he's made.
And I would defend my friends. It's nice to see that if somebody talks shit about me, you just bite your tongue and just nod.
It's not specifically like if he talks shit about Mangler as a person, I would
Damn.
be like, yeah, I'll step in. But bro, I'm not gonna debate someone who's not gonna watch the 2-hour video.
Then tell them not to talk shit.
Kyle,
Damn.
you are
You're a
wrong.
you're man.
From now on, no one is
Man, you're not like the Vesperia crew at all. You're not a ride or die bitch.
Hey, dude. I was working on card games. I'm working on editing. I got other shit to do. Wasting 3 hours on a text debate is not what I have in mind for a day. Also, you're a bad friend, Zim? I'm not a bad friend. I'm just surprised no one fucking... Zim had the right idea? Yeah, of course I had the fucking right idea.
It's me.
Anyone who's going to say Mangler's a surface level God of War feed scaler isn't worth my fucking time because they didn't come out and say, oh, this guy's wrong because of this or I disagree with him because of this. They said that Mangler only skills God of War based on the video game feats. That's not worth my time. I have better things to do with my brain cells. And to be fair, I told Mangler the same thing and I even told him what they were saying. He's like, yeah, they're not worth talking to. Tails again, based. It is. Mangler's very informational on his power scaling, but you should have said watch the whole video, dumbass. Nah, because the guy unironically thinks that fucking, that characters in God of War still scaled infinite realms and shit, and I'm like, so you didn't see any of that video. You didn't listen to a fucking word that came out of his mouth. Okay.
That woman with you, the Renin?
Also, hello, Celicross.
You know
Hello,
about
Ben.
her.
Only what I've heard from rumors.
Are they gonna make a fan-made God of War game?
But now I suppose
Oh, no.
I must.
Doc, she...
Thank you.
You sure you should be saying that to a Renin?
I'm not saying it to any old Renin. I'm saying it to you, young lady.
I only helped because it was in my interests as well.
Of course, I would imagine as much. But that doesn't change the end result. The two of you defeated Balsef, and now all of us are free. That is a fact.
And then watch another guy come in and just enslave them immediately afterwards.
I'll never be able to repay
Have
what
you ever seen that one GIF? of
No,
like
no.
this-
No, it turns out in the alternate ending, I break down the wall, I turn around, and I was like, I'm the Lord now.
It's all ogre from here.
Anyway, I'm guessing you didn't come here just to catch up.
Right. We need your advice. We found a girl who's collapsed from exhaustion, and she needs medicine.
I helped Mangler accept Lightspeed Dark Souls, or I hope Cypher get Lightspeed feats who shows him. Zam, I shouldn't have to tell you, but please, when you're writing the card effects, just go with the Yu-Gi-Oh lingo. No shame about it. Some of it just feels off.
Yeah, one, do that, and two, from what I remember, whenever Mangler does talk about Dark Soul scaling, I'm pretty sure he does accept infinite speed, doesn't he?
No,
Or was that Neo?
that was Neo, and probably me. Listen. When I have to make sure the wording's accurate when it comes to a card game. Because if you fuck with the wording and it's not accurate, you get into problems where fucking assholes argue based on the sentence.
Something you can use.
It doesn't matter how specific you try and be, they're gonna do that anyway.
So there's this card in One Piece. In One Piece, the card game. It's Whitebeard. Whitebeard, you drop him, and it gives Whitebeard and the leader 2,000 power.
To the side of the railroad tracks.
Wherever it is, just make it quick.
But that's the problem. The way you phrase them are messy. Okay. No, it's not. No. You can say it's out of left field. You can say the abilities don't synergize well. But no. It is not messy. Bullshit.
Do I guess.
I refuse.
Getting thanked for everything by someone I actually know? It made it really hit home that we made.
I accept Kyle being my friend. Does Kyle accept Pip as a friend? Yes, no, or who are you? Kyle, do you accept Pip Demon as your friend?
He is, though.
Yes.
He thanked
He does.
me, a Renan, for helping, despite everything my people have put him through.
Also, I realized, new hint, that I should have commissioned more expressive avatar images. For the next video, I will learn 2 hours for 2 minutes of content. You want to know the funniest thing is?
Yeah.
I wasn't fucking broken up about it.
Means it.
Oh yeah, I got a question.
No.
How do you take someone where they can kind of like defy fate in every universe except for the one they're currently in, where basically where every outcome happens, and the person who's seen every outcome could not foresee the outcome of them losing?
I would need more context. And also, is this a fucking tail game?
No, this was from the new chapter of Black Clover.
I would just say this is either resistance to precog or resistance to fate manipulation, or just fate. But like, I'd have to see the context. But that would require me reading Black Clover, and I don't want to do that.
Would you have preferred he yelled and threw rocks at you?
I'm not saying that. It's just hard for me to understand him.
But I'll keep it under advisement, new hints. Apparently, it's not very clear.
We go.
Pain. You're probably confusing the keywords of it. So, Zam, you better be writing. Of course! Well, actually, no. At the current moment, I'm working on the video because I have to grab some clips for
These little ones are
for the other side video, which you can actually take a look at a sneak peek because I put the first 2 minutes up for members. Because it's been a while since I've edited 2 minutes worth of footage and not felt like complete dog shit afterwards.
Could be useful.
Ian. He's as far as Universal because in alternate universe, Spartacus 2 got poisoned by humans, and that Void Moonus is an eternal void because he fought Dante in the castle.
It's over.
Yeah, that's just stupid. Alternate universe characters wouldn't like affect present universe characters. That's just stupid.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion. Right, here goes. Here I come.
No, I spent like fucking 2 hours today,
These
like working on card effects, thinking that this would work.
More pummeling.
And then I sent it to New Him. Devils got back to me, and thank God Devils got back to me. I might delete the message and resend them later on because New Him was very cold about it. He's all like, "Bro, what the fuck is wrong with you?"
Very accurate thing to ask.
Pain.
But what's it in reference to?
My cards. Zim, I'm going to watch it. If I don't like it, then shame on you. Well, shit, now I'm a little worried.
We just say shame as in we parade him down the street when he's naked shaking a bell. Shame.
So the one thing, the one thing I do regret is I wasn't able to get a female voice actor. For the next one, I do like because I'm gonna do the others like this. I'll just have to work on my editing going forward. I have to like fucking sit that down. All we gotta do is say Rin. Rin is reasonable.
Back to Ulzar.
Also, just because you get poisoned doesn't mean you're not universal. Goku almost had the heart virus doesn't mean he's not universal.
But let's make it quick.
Well, I mean, Dragon Ball characters are just weird in regards to that. Again, just write it as if they were Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Digimon does that, my dude. I know you go in detail for say clearing things up, but do some spoilers like unless a card effect lets you. Nani? You have confused me, Newhin. But I guess I'll streamline the text. I guess I'll streamline the text a little bit. The problem is that I've seen enough erratas to understand that like I have to be very fucking peculiar about this. I'm playing No More Heroes 3 right now. Very nice, very nice.
Looks like this place opens out into the ocean.
The water's so much cleaner than what's on the surface. I even see fish swimming around.
Yeah, and boy, do they look delicious.
What?
Never mind.
Bruh, she's thirsty for that fish. A lot of characters get nerfed like Goku? Yes. Pain. I guess I should be grateful that Devil's just like completely ignoring all my messages right now. I can only imagine the kind of shit show he'd give me.
You could ask.
No, I'm good.
You could ask.
Listen, I've learned that if Devil's too busy to do something, he needs his time. Okay, I have learned that man deserves his time, and it is not my place to ask or take it away from him if he wants to use his time somewhere else. He's already trash. I will always love people pulling out the perfect key control arguments. It's all like, man. Go on.
What's this in reference to?
So there's a funny meme I saw on Power Skillers. You know how Brawly's like fucking losing his mind and launching energy blasts when he's fighting them as Super Saiyan God?
Oh, and it doesn't destroy the planet.
Yeah, they're like, thank God for Brawly's perfect key control while he's losing his fucking mind.
I'd hate for this to be the wrong medicine. Let's have Doc double check to make sure before we head back.
You know, thank God for that instinctive key control that Brawly was never taught as a youth. So yeah, I had to rework a few cards. I think I already have some ideas though. Goku could just so Zim can shadow clone. Yes, I had a lot of fun with that one. I did that one within the last hour. I had a lot of fun with that one. All my dialogue, I'm fucking basically recording in real time. So like that's kind of fun, kind of not, because I already spent 4 hours recording it beforehand. Was the audio good, Pimp Demon, or no?
Did you find anything useful?
We think this might.
I didn't see much scaling. That's literally the first 2 minutes, bro. It's just meant to be an intro. I understand that the scaling is done. You will be satisfied later. This is just more of like a test drive.
Then we'll do that now.
Was the audio good? Lies. Do you think I just lie about the shit I work on? I actually do work on shit, you know.
Yeah.
Hello, Rockin' Alice.
I see.
Was the audio good or not, Pimp Demon?
Things just might be starting to change.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure of that myself, but I feel like after being stalled
The robot needs a voice.
the gears of
Not on the budget.
finally starting
Could not have been more clear in those first 2 minutes. Could not have been more clear.
But you simply keep
That was a good video? Alright, thank you. That's all I needed to know if it was looking solid so far. Because fuck me, it's gonna be another, I think that video's another 20-30 minutes. Or I think it's gonna be another 20-minute video, and it was like 2 hours for fucking those 2 minutes. And the Shadow Clones were? The Shadow Clones were in the budget, yes. That wouldn't even be a budgetary concern. Those are just my powers. I don't have to pay for my powers. I already paid for the pictures. So, you stuck in Fallout New Vegas? Who you gonna date? Oh, that's a good question, actually. I changed my upload date to Friday because June 1st isn't as good, in my opinion. That's cool. I don't know, actually. Just woke up, so fortunate I haven't been able to watch it, but I will after the stream. Rockin' Alice, if you want, it's only 2 minutes. You can go check it out real quickly and come back. Kyle's just busy walking around pretending like he's important or useful.
I wonder if something.
No, I'm not you.
Dude said I don't pretend.
Perfect. That'll do nicely. I had a feeling you'd come through for us.
The answer is easy. It's
The
Cass.
little one should be right as rain in no time.
I mean, she's probably like your best option, honestly.
I can't believe it. Not often we get visitors from Cyslodia around here.
Cyslodia?
Calaglia's neighbor.
What's that call? You're white. He also said the Underworld is universal because the series never stated how big the Underworld is, and I was like, bruh. Yeah, well, he's wrong there. There's plenty of statements.
I've never actually met someone from the outside world before.
Up till now, the only time the gates ever opened was to let Renan convoy units in and out.
No one ever thought to stow away and hitch a ride out?
This place might be a living hell, but when next door is a living hell too, you start thinking it doesn't matter much one way or the other.
I want to say Veronica, but she's in the girls. That's what I was gonna first say. I was gonna say Veronica, but Veronica's not into
Your organization sent a group of you to establish contact.
is not in. Is she doesn't swing that way.
That sound about right?
Lately, our people's oppression
Surely
has
nothing
become more and
that
more
says
severe.
infinite darkness or anything. No, surely not.
When we heard rumors that you had staged a successful rebellion in Calaglia, we hoped that maybe you could help us. News sure gets around quickly, huh?
If you ask me, it's awfully convenient she just happened to show up now. Certainly raises a lot of red flags.
Please, I swear it's true. My people are dying. I risked my life trying to get here so I could find help.
Bruh.
That sounds like it's not my problem.
You did well. We'll take it from here.
That guy sounds like he's making it your problem. You should tell him to stop that.
Hold on, Zephyr. You're not really thinking.
We'll join her. Alphen, start getting ready. I let you
Do I
use
get to say no?
We worked
No.
together to overthrow the lords. That was the deal, remember? Wait.
I wouldn't mind dating the doctor character from the
What is
followers.
this?
Take it easy. It's
You mean the girl with the mohawk?
She's on our side.
He says that Mission Social seems to do manga and that Devil Lair translation is more accurate, so Chuck translation literally calls it the Endless Darkness. Lol.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. There's little game statements too.
Realms could attack at any time.
That's for you all to worry about. I've got bigger fish to fry.
That sword of Alphen's is our best weapon. We can't just go lending him to other lands.
Even if you keep him here, the blade's as good as useless without me on board.
And what makes you think I can't persuade you, Bright Eyes?
Is he
What
threatening
makes
her?
You think you can? Last I checked, you couldn't even touch me.
Bruh, know your place, you fucking scrub.
You mean Arcade Ganon?
What do you want to do?
Bro, he's just like, what makes you think I can't make you? Bitch, you can't touch me.
All too well the hardships the slaves of this realm had.
Know your place.
That's why I took up the sword. To help them.
Arcade Ganon's weird. Actually, I think he is gay.
If Danans are being oppressed in other realms, then
That's not a nice thing to say
too.
about Ganon, daughter.
No, so there's this doctor you can pick up in Fallout New Vegas
But now,
who's
struggle is
kind of awkward,
become much
but he's
more
really smart.
liberating the people of Calaglia.
I don't remember why he's awkward though. I think it is.
Oh, so in your mind, everyone with autism is gay.
No, like I think he actually does say he's gay at some point. I think if you're a girl and you try to sleep with him,
Balsef.
I think he says he's gay.
What if it's just the fact you're not attractive?
He doesn't really lie often, so the Fallout video better have an intro as well. Wait, do you want the Fallout video like that? Be
I have a bad
Be
feeling
reasonable.
about this.
You and me both, but it's too late for
be
regrets.
you Pimp Demon. I don't even know if Newn's still here. Pimp Demon. That was 2 hours.
Going,
There's
huh?
still more. There's still more to go. What are you
Afraid so?
What are you talking about, buddy?
Look after the place while we're away.
I'd have to check what I'd have to see like what videos are.
Talker.
He's either gay or bisexual. One of those. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure it's one or the other.
We
And
can
Regan,
get
the
rid
Fallout
of
video should start with you saying Fallout sucks ass. I actually like Fallout. I don't like Fallout 3 or 4.
don't
but we're
go
doing a
for
New
the
Vegas
without good
video.
reason, I get it.
Why didn't you play 1 or 2?
I could. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Let's move, people.
I think Fallout 3 sucks, and I think Fallout 4 sucks, but for some reason I find New Vegas like a fucking masterpiece that I've replayed like 7 times already. Bro, she's gonna betray you. Look at those fucking eyes. Bro, she's after the doll in your head. I think I installed Final Fantasy VII Remake actually.
Do you think we'll really be able to wipe the
Yeah, I
remnants off
did.
the face of Dana?
Who said anything about doing that?
But to survive. Don't we?
Now that you have the blazing sword, and have shown that we really can win this fight, do you really think we should go around killing
I
every...
mean,
But what else are we supposed to do?
Say we go around killing Renans, so they don't kill us first. In turn, that'll just make more and more of them want to kill us.
No, Pimp Demon, you don't understand. The entire video is going to be like that. It's going to be those two characters.
Kill any Renans without a good reason?
I'm not saying we should forgive and forget what they've done to us, but we can't let ourselves be
The boy doesn't
dragged down
realize.
by our own hatred either. Hatred comes in many forms.
I love that doll. I love that doll. It perfectly encapsulates the hatred that comes in many forms.
We have to keep searching for new ones if we're going to survive. It's a lifelong journey, finding the answers.
I thank you, Kyle, for bringing us this. I might have to. The problem is I can't record audio outside of this fucking room because my other mic is shit. That's even better.
Why do you keep fighting?
I was so fucking worried that like when you saw how this video was gonna be, you were gonna ask me to do the follow-up video like this. Fuck.
The Dahnans I ever knew just accepted their lot in life as slaves.
Alright, the follow-up video can't be anywhere near as long as this one, I think. I just have to grab a couple of guidebooks.
Different. Even when you have no hope of winning, you keep on fighting. Why is that?
Come on, that's an easy one. I just refuse to live life as a slave. That's all.
Better to die fighting for freedom than to live as a slave.
Let me ask you a question, Alphen. What does it mean to you to not be a slave any longer?
I guess it means
So,
living life not
fuck,
being
okay,
ruled by the
damn.
rules, right?
But what about the Dahnans who died standing up to them?
Yeah, so
Are they still slaves? Would they be truly free if all they do
I guess I'm like happy I got the feedback for the cards, so that way I know if like I'm on the right track. So I guess I'll probably do a second set tomorrow, sleep on it, mull it over, and go from there. But I'm gonna try and focus on the other side video
become my
first.
slave, Alphen?
What was that, Kyle? Besides you becoming a slave, apparently.
your brother's so fucking loud.
Are you fucking serious? By the way, Zim, it seems people want Skullface to show up in MGS3 remake. Yes, good. I'm hoping he shows up in MGS3 remake. There's no reason he shouldn't anymore.
Who?
You ever played Metal Gear Solid 5?
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart.
Yeah, I'm asking what character. I'm not.
I'm sure I can put
You know
I
the
did-
you know the guy with cum all over his face, the guy who looks like a walking talking semen sample?
One that belongs to a different lord than Balseth.
Right. That makes
The main antagonist of MGS5, the guy in the fucking cowboy suit or cowboy outfit.
Got a lot of work ahead of us.
Yeah, you mean Skullface, the guy who dresses like Zorro?
Yeah, Skullface. Well, you remember how he's in MGS3, right? Canonically, he was there with Snake cleaning up after him.
Yes.
Rinwell.
So what people are asking for the remake is people are asking if they can find him in the remake.
Not a little white animal.
I think a really good callback is if you decide to backtrack
And you see
and you see that some of the bodies have disappeared and like there are footprints moving away.
Oh, that'd be fucking cool. Anyways, did you know Star Wars The Old Republic last big DLC of 2020? Think about it. Star Wars The Old Republic DLC 2020.
I don't pick on
Yeah, I believe that. Oh yeah, I don't think I'll ever get a chance to explain this joke at any other point because I don't think anyone will ever ask for it. But regarding the blowing up children joke in the video, that's actually because I played an indie. What, Kyle?
freedom, kid.
I think
Fuck, I've made some unsavory jokes in videos, but fuck, I've never done that one.
So what happened was I was playing an alpha game for these developers, the same guys who made Other Side. I was playing a beta for their game because they were doing free testing. And in the beta for their game, they have a random button. And if you click the button, you see a new room open up filled with orphans, and they just blow up. And I was like, what the fuck?
Damn, and Zim likes to throw around the statement that I'm
You would have found it funny if you were there. How powerful is Cal Kestis? I don't know. I don't even think he scales to Vader currently.
Let's keep our eyes
Weaker
on
than
the
Clone
prize.
Wars Maul.
We got a pet.
What's got you so worked up, Hoodle?
Oh, is that the traitor?
Is that?
It's an owl. Or I guess it's a hoodle.
Watch out! They know we're here.
Oh,
Flying Zoogles.
no, they have eyes.
This is going to get interesting.
They're nothing I haven't seen before.
Shion!
I'll shoot them down, you finish them off. Got it? Knock a flying enemy out of the sky.
So I will say, this is a brand new game, right? Relatively came out this year.
Which one?
This one came out, I think, this year or early or late last year.
2 years ago.
That behavior is unacceptable, Zim. We don't do unwholesome on this stream, good sir. But it's in the video. Yeah, so that's what the hot powerfuls are going to be looking like going forward. I think it's going to be the big ones and maybe some small ones. Because I have 5 days left with that AI. And I kind of want to voice the Hi-Fi Rush video with her before then.
I only helped because it was convenient. We couldn't have moved forward without clearing out those Zoogles.
God, she's such a fucking tsundere.
I don't know what's got you ticked off at me this time, but I suggest you keep your hands away from me. No one asked you to help.
Rinwell, she healed its wounds. She's not trying to hurt it.
How can you be so...
I like how they decided to make an adorable fucker by just making a chibi owl.
It's actually, I think you'll find it's a baby.
He's probably happy.
No, I mean the big ones, just a chibi owl.
Hoodle's ever met one
Or do
before.
you mean they're both babies?
No, the white one's a baby, I'm pretty sure.
What are you gonna do if you just meet a giant one later on?
Oh,
Okay, so it would not be able to fly, right? Because its wings are too small.
you just barely got to say hi.
At least we know it's out there.
Kyle, when are you gonna give me another scaling video? We were actually just talking about that before the stream started. Apparently Kyle's underestimated a section of his video.
Yes, I've almost finished the powers and abilities section, so once that's out of the way,
Let's keep
it's
our eyes on the
literally
prize.
all downhill from there. Downhill as in easier to get through and not just a complete slog where I have to sit there and shape everything to fit the screen.
I'm always impressed how good of a shot you are, Shion.
You not
What do you
wrong.
mean?
Just that all I'm good for is throwing myself at things with all my might. By comparison, your way is more, how do I put it, precise.
It's not like I'm that good of a... Look, that's just how it is with guns.
Bitch! Take a fucking compliment!
Is that why you're always aiming to exploit enemies' weak spots?
I wouldn't say every shot is that deliberate, but that is part of it. For example, if I see a flying enemy, I'll often go for
Yeah,
the
no.
wings.
So, Rock and Atlas, if you saw a 2-minute video, was the audio fine and everything?
Target, because they can't get out of the way
Uh,
well in the air.
I'm gonna have to download the game's actual soundtrack for ambiance going forward. So that's gonna be a bit of a pain in the ass, but hopefully it won't be too difficult.
Around me are a real pain.
Of course, I could always just take the actual, like, sound and footage. Armstrong versus the boss. Armstrong would dick down the boss.
Added benefit of stunning enemies.
Armstrong would dick down everyone, like,
It's
pre-Rising.
It's nothing.
I need more from you. Also, your Albert video needs an update, but you need an update. Sorry, but you seem a lot of people found good scaling stuff. Oh yeah. Cause see, poor Kyle has to deal with the fact that there's this one group of assholes who decided one day to have a debate on Nemesis versus Ustanak, and this one asshole in particular, really handsome guy from what I understand, was like, Nemesis is better than Ustanak. I know I can find better statements. Let me go.
I
get the Japanese
remember.
material."
Do I not remember asking you correctly? If you know of anything in the guidebooks that I've missed that might help, and you're just
So-
like, no, you're good, you're good.
So to be fair to myself,
I
and
literally asked all you
to
folks
be
to help
fair-
me.
To be fair to myself, To be fair to myself for a minute, I did not know these statements existed. I just knew in my heart of hearts that they were real, and I looked them up, and they were real. I basically self-actualized my Nemesis scaling chain. So, regarding the other side video,
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
I would really like to have it done by Saturday, but I don't think I'll be able to get it that close.
I'm surprised there are owls here too.
Yeah, there are more of them around than I thought.
MGS Cast, why don't you die? Nanomachine son, MGS Cast, what? You know the MGS Cast actually did fight Nanomachine people?
Do all Danon fighters look like you?
I found the budget hilarious. Thank you, Rockin' Alice. The jokes are landing.
Parts I salvaged throughout the years. Though now I'm feeling self-conscious, seeing how put together you seem to be.
Oh no, I was just curious.
Welcome back, Jeremy.
Did you fortify your right side more because that's your dominant side?
The boss skill's higher than the devil. Do you think Armstrong can beat the devil? What do you mean the boss skill's higher than the devil? Bro, no, none of the fucking Cobras in fucking, none of the fucking Cobras would hold a candle to anyone post MGS3, honestly.
You can't even use the is it the skulls? Even the skulls would get the shit kicked in.
Because they never faced anyone Nanomachines as strong as Armstrong. Like, so MGS3 characters, and I don't like scaling chains like this specifically. So what's this I see about Goku being nerfed? He shouldn't be getting nerfed. But anyways, alright Zim, you're going to pick the class I'm going to play after I finish my Sith run in Star Wars The Old Republic. You can't beat Star Wars The Old Republic. It's an MMO. I tried playing Star Wars The Old Republic back in the day, and my PC couldn't run it. I could probably run it now. What about MGS3? So, a lot of the characters from MGS3... There's a campaign in fucking Star Wars The Old Republic multiplayer mode? That's weird. A lot of the characters in MGS3 got straight up power crept. Because you could argue by the end of the fucking story that even Ocelot would have beat the boss. And by the time of MGS5, I would actually be fully confident in saying that Ocelot would beat the shit out of the boss in a fight.
That's surprising.
You said was. So then, is she gone? Was it the Renans?
No, she was sick. I couldn't get her the medicine she needed, and then she was gone. I'd always wanted to show her the world as it could be.
Hey, Zim.
What?
You could use some of the stuff Zephyr is saying for Tom.
I don't need this to write Tom's sad backstory. I've already written it.
Well, you sure as shit needed me and Devil to point it out and help you. Because apparently you're going to have this cold-ass bitch.
Let's go.
I think it would have been a lot more tragic, and I think you can agree with me, it would have been more tragic.
These columns and steps.
No idea.
Bro!
Rena's convoy squads probably used it in the past.
I guess.
Listen.
Bro, you basically had a wife who basically lost a baby and was like, who's ready for a real man to dick me down, even during the funeral?
That is not how it was going down, and you fucking know it.
Built more than 300 years ago, then?
So Kyle, fish playing Shovel Knight Dig.
My baby is 6 feet under. Who wants to stick me with 6 inches?
No, fuck you. It wasn't gonna be like that. It was gonna be
I will take a man for every foot my baby is in the ground. That's what Tom Tom's wife was basically like when you first showed it to us.
That is not true. It was gonna be way more in depth and way more fucking like
Yeah,
emotional. No, stop. Please.
what was their cock going to be more in depth than her?
No, fuck you. Anyways, only Lightspeed lame. So apparently Shovel Knight might have Lightspeed scaling. That's pretty good. There's a story mode like most MMOs.
What about his AP?
Yeah, that's what we need to look at, the AP.
See you continue on in that vein.
Still
We don't care about
fuck you.
Something you wanted to say?
Speed. No, it wasn't. Speed doesn't matter. We need AP. We need something like decent in AP. It probably wouldn't even take me that long just to watch like a walkthrough of Shovel Knight on YouTube, but I just really can't be bothered.
I think I could get used to it.
Let me take a look at this.
Normally I don't pick on the weak.
I could record the audio while we're fucking streaming, but I don't think you'd appreciate hearing that, and I probably wouldn't be able to do it without hearing the voice back. Hang on, Shovel Knight playthrough.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
See you continue on in that
So far, I don't think his AP changed. So a Shovel Knight playthrough from Rapid Retrospective Games is only 2 hours and 2 minutes long.
Never imagined there were Zoogles out there that could pretend to be statues.
Yeah, but I really don't want to go for a Shovel Knight.
Listen, all I'm saying is I do appreciate your guys' feedback, all of you, including you,
It's
Hinge.
freezing in here.
Because boy, oh boy, do you guys not hold back.
Outside, too.
It must be the cold air sweeping in from Cislodia. It's the polar opposite of Calaglia, so I'd get used to it if I were you.
Is the little guy okay?
Oh, don't worry about Hoodle. He's from Cislodia.
Bro, he fucking looks like he's high as a kite.
He's not really used to being around other people this much.
Rinwell, how about filling them in on what to expect from Cislodia?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Well, for starters, nobody trusts nobody.
Come again?
Just like I said. You never know when snake eyes are watching you.
If you
The fuck is she
That's
talking
what they
about?
call their lord's henchmen, apparently.
Their official title is the Bureau of Civil Observation.
What version of Kratos is in Shovel Knight? Post God of War 3 Kratos.
Observing us
But
and
he has God of War 3's kit, so it's like, it's a little weird.
So, Renan surveillance was an everyday part of life in Calaglia.
Difference is, in Cislodia, it's not just Renans. They've got Danans spying on each other too. Or in other words, there's the Snake Eyes themselves, plus all their small-time informants. All it takes is someone squealing on you.
Oh, The Office is getting a remake for Australia.
No questions asked, no goodbyes. Course,
Yeah.
informers are
You must be
rewarded
pleased.
handsomely for their deceit. Everyone's
Why?
always got one eye
I don't really like. I didn't like
for the moment
the
before
English Office, and I didn't like the American Office.
You didn't like The Office at all? I'm actually a little surprised there. I thought you would have liked that.
Huh? In that case, what do you think they'll make of us?
No, it's one of those shows that never hit me. It was also like Always Sunny in Philly that I never got the humor behind that either.
I don't want to watch It's Always Sunny in Philly because if I don't find it funny, I feel like people are gonna judge me for
Why
it.
doesn't anyone take a stand?
The amount of shit that I got from my friends when I basically
Strong enough to
told them that like Rick and Morty was shit, and I basically broke down all the reasons why I didn't. And it's like, how many episodes did you watch? I watched the entire first season. I don't like it.
Oh no, it gets good in season 3, bro.
That
Where do you scale post God of War 3 Kratos to? The same thing we. Ironically enough, the fucked up part is that with the new information about like them not being universes,
look
Kratos'
until we
scale
actually
doesn't change.
until we actually go through and calculate some of the shit he does, it's probably easier to say he's like island level or below island level. That's probably the best you're gonna get.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's less, but we've just gone through a full 3-year campaign with God of War. We're kind of like sick of God of War. We want to move on to like another fucking verse. If I remember correctly, was it Bayonetta or was it Ninja Gaiden we were moving on to?
As a group, I'm waiting for you guys to finish fucking Darksiders for yourselves before we do our group project. Cause like,
Oh no, me and Mangler will work on that in our own time.
oh, then probably Ninja Gaiden, unless you guys want to do Bayonetta
Because
first.
me and Mangler have basically got everything we need.
Yeah, that's what I'm
We
saying.
just need
like,
like
I'm not.
we just need to script it.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, like I'm not really ready to do another group project, or it's not that I'm not ready. It's like I'd rather not do another group project when you guys are on the back burner doing like Dark.
Nah, we oh well, that's the main reason why he's doing the Darksiders streams, so we don't have to go through and hunt. Even though I'll literally tell him, even though I'm literally gonna tell him like that's cool and all that you're having all this footage, but I'm probably not going to use it. I'm probably just going to go and collect my own and get crisp footage, and not some of that grainy shit that comes from the streams.
It's not my fucking fault. Ryu Hayabusa versus Armstrong with equal stats. That's all guys. Ryu Hayabusa. Well, I mean, you say Ninja Gaiden, but what you really mean to me? All I'm hearing is Dead or Alive scaling.
No, what I hear is Mangler is doing Ninja Gaiden. We're doing Dead or Alive.
Yes. I mean, like, I can do Ninja Gaiden too, because like I know he wants to do it too.
I've got the trilogy on console.
Yeah, so do
like
I.
on PlayStation 3 and
so,
4. I just don't particularly want to go through Ninja Gaiden. I prefer to go through the DOAs because they're silly and more fun.
So the main question that we'd have to ask ourselves is, do we just go post Black or not? Because there's Ninja Gaiden games prior to the events of the 3D games, but I think they get retconned.
I think what we need to do is try and figure out if the Genesis or SNES games fit within the timeline or the scaling. Because I'm pretty sure that's where most of the good shit comes from.
Oh, I guess I gotta start translating the DOA manga then. Although I don't know how like canon it would actually be, but it might be fun. I think I mentioned one to you. I think it was Bass throws Hayate over like, so you know how there's a bridge map in one of the old DOA games where you're fighting on a bridge?
Yes.
So Bass grabs, I think it was either Ryu or Hayate. So okay, imagine like you know how like in Metal Gear, what?
Is this in cutscene or is this like something you can do in gameplay?
It's a manga it's a manga comic. It's an official DOA manga. They have one for 1, 2, and they have one for Extreme as well, I think. So Bass grabs Hayate, or it could be Bass or Tina, one of these two. They throw him over to another wooden bridge. I think it might have been Ryu, now that I think about it. I don't think Hayate was in the game at that point. And Ryu's like, ha, you think this means anything to me? I'm a ninja, I'll just land on the bridge. And he does, and the bridge snaps and he falls into the canyon.
I mean, that would still prove that like they're comparable. Isn't it funny when you think about it in retrospect that most of the DOA cast could fuck up the Archfiends?
It's one of those cases to where like you just don't want to think about it because it sounds really fucking stupid. But then like Neo Tengu is also able to be stalemated by several people in DOA 6, and I'm pretty sure she's as strong, if not stronger, than the guy from DOA 2. Who was already like an upper tier fiend that Ryu was like, I have to step in and deal with this one.
Isn't there something about them being able to keep up with Rachel too after her fight with like Alexei?
So the main scaling chain for DOA is that Rachel canonically loses DOA 2, or she loses DOA 5 canonically. So that means she has to enter the tournament, and someone has to beat the shit out of her in the tournament.
Does Black take place before DOA 2 or after?
DOA 5 and 6 all take place after Ninja Gaiden 3.
Oh, then yeah, it's consistent. So wait, even that Momo G feat from Ninja Gaiden 3?
Yeah, it should be.
Consider yourself finished.
Is Yabi Ninja Gaiden Z canon or no? I'm pretty sure it is.
Barely a blip on our radar.
So, would you say that the Tale series has done drastic improvements, Kyle, or no?
Now I'm hurt and dirty.
What do you mean?
That is one enormous stray.
What the
I don't
fuck
think
is
we can
that?
take it right now.
Kyle, here's we can't take it. Kyle immediately proceeds to avoid it at all costs. Tell Mangler to play OG Ninja Gaiden 2? No. Why
So,
would I do that?
so I tried to take on one of those things off stream last time, and it was like level 78.
Oh.
So
Wow, that's
if the
fun.
game says that we're not ready, I'm going to assume we're not ready.
Alright, so okay, so right now I'm gonna fix up my other side script because I ended up finding out more scans while I was fucking
Not much further now. The exit will take us
researching.
straight into Cyslodia.
You're brooding again. What's eating at you?
All he does is brood.
We defeated Balsif and liberated Calaglia from the Renans. Now, we're on our way to rescue our fellow Danans in Cyslodia. I'm committed to helping our people. You know that. But then, what happens after that? What's our endgame here?
Good question. The Danans vastly outnumber the Renans. Yet we rarely take up arms, because we know that when it comes to firepower, we don't stand a chance. Even if you succeeded in overthrowing the Lords and freeing Dana, then what? Lenegis would still hover over us.
Oh yeah, I ended up finding out another One Piece spoiler today. Very interesting.
The Renans could potentially
It seems the five elders are Devil Fruit users.
blazing sword of yours is.
Oh no, shocker.
Saying is we don't stand a chance.
They might all be mythical zone types. We don't see what monsters they are, but they turn into weird shadow-looking creatures. And I think the shadows are meant to hide their form, so I think we might be getting a few more mythical zone types coming in.
So
Who knows? Maybe that's
So another mythical zone. So what we've had so far, we've had T-Rexes, mammoths. I mean, like, there's plenty of like dinosaurs and shit.
The T-Rex isn't a mythical zone type. The T-Rex is just a zone type. No,
No, it's not.
It should just be a zone type. No, mythical zone type is the Phoenix, Marco. You know, like the.
Oh
fake-
no! I was thinking of ancient zones.
Yeah, no, I think they're all mythical zone types.
Oh, so you mean that they're gonna turn into like other gods, like I'm mythical Zoan, fucking Zeus or something?
No, they're gonna turn into like animals. So I think we're gonna see like a fucking Hydra and a Basilisk fight soon.
They need us.
Well, no, because like
It's up to us to put
Well,
an
Marco's the only mythical zone we know, and he's the Phoenix.
that way.
no, Sengoku.
Negotiating table.
Sengoku's a mystical zone type?
The Renans?
I'm pretty sure the Buddha type.
Way to survive while securing
Hang on, I'm gonna look this
at
up.
the same time.
That's
I'm trying to think. Was he Zoan or was he Paramecia?
He's a Paramecia, I'm pretty sure. I think he's a mythical Paramecia type, if anything.
There's a lord we came to overthrow.
Sengoku's Devil Fruit is.
All
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, he's a mythical zone type.
I'm through answering these pointless questions.
Yeah. Fort Snake says Neo is canon to Ninja Gaiden and DOA. It should be. You fight Neo Tengu in it, or more accurately, you fight Neo Tengu's mom in it.
So this is Cyslodia.
Wow, it looks slightly shittier than the last place you went
still a lot
to.
of ways to go. Also, the Zoogles here are different.
This place is my nightmare. I fucking hate the cold.
Tell Mingler to play OG Ninja
Sounds like we should
2?
make sure we stick
No.
close together as we keep moving.
You also fight Hayabusa Jin.
Hey, Shion.
It'll It'll be hard for me to use my rifle in a pinch if we're all bunched together. I'll follow behind the rest of you.
God, why is she such a bitch?
What's up with her? She seems even more upfront than back in Calaglia.
In case you forgot, we're in enemy territory now. If you don't get serious and focus on the task at hand, you'll be inviting trouble.
Look, you can call her a bitch, but she's right.
Well, she's a bitch in a good way. Like, she's not a bitch in the same way Jill in RE3 Remake was.
Plus, you have to remember, with those thorns of hers, she's probably not used to anybody being all that friendly to her. The fact that you can't feel pain means you probably end up getting closer to her than she's used to.
You really think so?
So Kyle just invading her personal space just like he does with every woman?
Come on, Sim.
For Lennigus at all, do you?
No.
I don't do that.
Speaks volumes about
I'm
how
wholesome.
difficult her whole situation must be.
Yeah.
Is that what you whisper in their ear before you slip them that little something something?
What the fuck?
We're gonna be stuck together for a while, so the sooner you make nice, the better.
Thoughts on the Bayo upgrades?
Yep.
I'm the one who told
Trash.
Daniel to just...
No, like, forget what the Versus Wiki standards are. It's fucking trash. No debater worth their salt will accept it.
Well, I already told Daniel that VSP would accept it just fine.
Too far ahead. You never know where Zoogles might be lurking.
Nah, Kyle, that's what he whispers to me, specifically now that I lost weight. A shame he doesn't shave his beard. Ewan, what the fuck?
Hang back a bit.
No way. I'm the one who asked you to come here in the first place, remember?
Speaking of shave, I actually should shave my beard one of these days. It's starting to get too long.
Besides,
I just don't like doing clean shaves.
sticking their necks out first.
But
We need you in order to get in contact with the resistance in Cislodia.
Bruh.
So stick close until we find them, okay?
okay.
Anyways, yeah, no. Lightsworn suck as a deck. If Devil says they're good, he's fucking lying.
How'd you make it to Calaglia in the first place? I find it hard to imagine you didn't run into Zoogles along the way.
Are you good at hiding or something?
Yeah, that's it. I'm just really good at staying out of sight.
Bro, she's lying.
Well, still, you had to have been pretty lucky to have made it the whole way unscathed.
Bro, she's fucking lying.
Lucky indeed.
She's a
Fucking shit. Shion's fucking onto her.
Is it really best deck in Digimon right now is Lightsworn deck? That's not true, and you and I beat it. Do what I did and go clean shave. They are good, especially when combined with DW and Dangers. No, they're fucking not. You're fucking smoking.
Is it really that big of a difference?
Definitely. Calaglia was hot.
I can only tell from appearance, so. Achoo!
You might not be able to feel it, but it sure looks like your body responds to it just the same.
Seems like it. So if I sneeze, I guess that it's a sign that it's getting chilly.
They say that sneezing is often the first sign you're coming down with a cold, too. That's all the
Well,
more
Comic
reason-
Gallon Bayo Minaj just made the 15D Bayo CRT. I know.
Was that also a sneeze?
I just bit my tongue, that's all.
No. It sounded a lot different from mine. But I could swear it was still...
It wasn't a sneeze, okay?
Guess we both need to be careful out here in the cold.
I don't think there's enough evidence, but if you buy 5D Bayo,
Calaglia behind?
there should be no reason you don't accept 15D Bayo.
It's kind of a relief.
Wait, are they agreeing with 15D?
What makes
Yes.
you sad?
No, like specifically 15D, because even Daniel said that most people wouldn't accept the other 4
Come
diamonds.
up and talk to me like they knew me. I could barely find a moment to breathe, let alone relax.
Well, what you did was kind of a big deal, you know. You overthrew a Renin Lord and burst open the gates of fire.
Yeah, but that was only because I had the blazing sword with me. We wouldn't have made it to Balsef without you and the Crimson Crows, Zephyr.
Maybe so.
No.
But you're still the one who took him out in the end. It's only natural for people to look up to those who protect them.
I'm gonna say it like this.
Hero to those people.
I'm gonna say it like
I never
this.
asked to be one. I
The
never
problem with the situation is that Daniel's already told us he's trying to be Bayonetta to get close to Dante and Kratos.
That's for sure.
So like, I don't know. This is where it's like there's gonna be a bit of a split for me.
Feel. And hold on to that.
Because the only evidence for higher dimensionality is interpreting a statement to its highest possible conclusion.
If couldn't
That's
do
literally it. I asked Daniel if there was any other evidence, and he had nothing else.
or what the right path to take is.
The right path to take, huh?
So it's a spy matchup. Hell yeah, my boy Carnage is stepping in. My boy Venom and Carnage just be getting W's. Fuck yeah. It's not quite a spy matchup. Daniel's not spiteful about it. He wants his character to be on the same league as other characters in the same area. It's not so much a spy matchup because I mean, there's probably. I'm not gonna say there's some spitefulness, but there's probably a little bit of like, I want Bayonetta to beat Dante, but it's more so like Dante and Kratos are 60 or like 5D and 90 or whatever. So like, I want to be with them. So let's see if I can get there.
I imagine they had to be adapted to fit the climate.
Meaning if we hit them with fire arts, it should be extra effective against them.
If Bayonetta gets accepted to 12D to 15D though, I mean she wins all her matchups, including Dante.
The biggest problem is that people can try and say it all they want. Outside of the Versus Wiki, that shit's not gonna fly.
I'll take you all off. You're mine. Blast the dust.
We have
Because again, I don't care how Daniel wants to try and say this. Using the diamond shit is sketchy at best, especially off the fucking book cover.
There's a few more things you can say about it that I didn't tell him because I'm just gonna take the evidence. I'm just gonna take the evidence in good faith. Can we
Why?
scale close Dante and Highball Kratos or no? That depends how you want to argue for Garuda. Because you can make a case that the God of Ninja Gaiden is 5D. But I don't know how you want to take that. And I'm pretty sure I could actually sit down and fucking argue some other shit. Did you say that Dante 9D and Bayo's only 5D? No, Bayonetta's being argued to 15D, not 5D. Hey, listen. If someone comes up to me and is like, I believe Bayo's 15D versus Dante, do you think she wins? I'm gonna be like, yeah, she beats Dante, and like, have a nice day. I'm not gonna debate somebody on a matchup like that. I just don't agree with it being 15. Well, first off, I don't agree there's any evidence for what he's claiming.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
So the problem is that I understand Daniel's position, and it's not a bad position. It's just that there's no evidence to back up his position. Because again, the only statement that implies higher dimensionality is interpreting an artist statement, not an author, the artist statement to its highest possible value. And keep in mind, that's only talking about one layer, not all the layers. There is no direct evidence for any of the layers being higher dimensionality. They're just running with it because they've already accepted one layer as higher dimensional, so the others should be too. Real Hyper scales to 5D in the first game or no? With the True Dragon Sword maybe. Debunk to 15D then run it. Megamind versus Syndrome from Incredibles.
Would you like to warm up some?
Megamind versus Syndrome.
You should let yourself unwind when you get the chance.
I guess there's no argument.
I think Megamind has better feats actually.
I think that's gonna come down to speed.
Carnage is now stealing powers.
Because if I remember correctly,
Nice.
what are they called? Like the fucking droids they has. I know one of them actually fires lasers and that they can dodge them.
Syndrome?
Yeah, because I know he can keep up with Mr. Incredible, and he should be able to keep up with Frozone. I'm pretty sure Frozone and Mr. Incredible can dodge the lasers from it.
Yeah, but Megamind can keep up with Metro Man, and I'm pretty sure Metro Man actually has a better speed feat.
I don't think it is. I think so. Remember, I think we looked this up and someone calculated and it came to relativistic.
Well, remember, dodging lasers under certain conditions isn't necessarily light speed, so we would have to have someone calculate Syndrome dodging the lasers because that might be sub-rel too. Devil, that reminds me. Devil, don't worry about the messages I just sent you regarding the cards. You gave me feedback that was rather blunt. So I don't worry about it. I'll send you the revised cards when I get those done.
Whoa!
Gasp. Then, will you also say Dante.plc beats VSB Hope Kratos, or are you against it? I think if you accept VSB's statements for like how Hope Kratos got to his higher dimensionality, there's no reason Dante should not be Hope Kratos without POC. Because I have transcended statements for Argosax and the Fruit. So Dante should be at least 6D. Especially with how easily they're fucking accepting it. Oh, I guess you could make an argument for the actual babysitter. Oh yeah, Chen. Yeah, Chen 2 should also be at least 5D. Fuck, I mean, if you really want to be an asshole, you could argue Chen might be 1A. Or at least high 1B.
Right.
Yeah, no. So you can make tons of arguments for Dante being 5D to 6D or higher. Kyle, how powerful is Jack from The Incredibles? I don't think Kyle knows.
Besides from the end, practically fateless.
Newman, don't defend yourself!
Actually, if I remember correctly, doesn't Syndrome dodge Jack's laser point blank when he's holding him?
Yes, that's why I'm saying, like, I think you could potentially argue for that. Okay, so to be fair, Newhin, you don't read my books, but...
Wait, if I
Everyone's
remember
okay,
correctly-
fuck you.
Wait, if I remember correctly, I think there's a scene like that in The Incredibles 2 as well.
You could argue, I think Edna can dodge the lasers as well. Bruh, Newhin talking shit about my character design feels bad. Also, I damn near stepped down yesterday. Devil, we talked about this, man. Just step the fuck down, man. It's only $2 more. It's not worth the headache.
Nice.
Damn, you're better shit than I figured you'd be. Damn, she's upset.
After that, it took 3 tries making the same thing before she was finally satisfied. She's just a fucking black hole.
Ryu Hayabusa versus Dark Prince? I don't know what Dark Prince is. Devil man, listen, think about your mental health.
She better be, after all she ate.
I
Fuck.
stopped before I was full, though.
Yeah, Mr. Credible ducked on our lasers when he was holding him.
It's awfully quiet around here.
The snow will do that. It absorbs a lot of sound.
Meaning it could be tougher to hear anything approaching. That's worrisome.
Yeah, I know.
It's rough.
I'll revise the late game plan, Yuhin. I thought it was fine. Apparently not.
To build a society that works like
I think I should also make the cards cost a little more. I think it's unfair if Tom can keep playing all these high monsters for free.
That's why we're here, after all.
I think having him just play free starters is fine. I'll still have the training mechanic. Although that one was a little bit worded confusely. Ability should cost, yes. No. So for Tom, his abilities he can play at 2 cost for free, but he can't tribute. But I think I might have gone a little too overzealous because I made all the late game characters cost 2 if a certain condition is met of a unit on the field. Which I think might be actually a lot more broken than I think.
People really live all the way out here?
I think I'm still keeping Tanya the same way though.
The whole
Fuck you.
area is just little
Like
villages.
he needs a win con.
This one's Messiah 224.
Well, I guess the win con could just be direct
I hear
attacking.
something. Sounds like people arguing.
Bureau agents. The Snake Eyes must be here. We should sneak past them.
I can't hear the word Snake Eyes without thinking of G.I. Joe.
Freak out so much.
Why? In case one of your people tattles on it?
It's just a whole bunch of them just dressed like him.
Just do it.
Oh yeah? Like this Renault You
I love
need to
that.
save your people's skin.
The Lord of Cyslodia is just Cobra Commander.
The reason we're in this mess in the
That's
first
enough.
place, but she started it.
3 centuries of resentment is too much to lay at a single person's feet. Same goes for you, Shion. You can't ignore the past when speaking of the present.
Wow, what a great thing to have a mediator. Anyways, Devil Daimon versus Bayo. I don't know who Devil Daimon is.
What's going on in that village?
Anyway, Devil, I'll list some abilities for Daimon, and when you have time, tell her the qualifiers for that right now. Yes.
You'd better not be about to suggest we get involved. I'm here for the Lord's head, and nothing more.
That go for
Because you dragged me.
Why did you come?
Why? To liberate this realm's slaves, of course.
Are you still a slave?
Me? No.
Then tell me what it means to live unshackled.
God.
I'll tell you what it
Do you
means.
plan to have a
It
do you
means living
do you
on
have a
your own
plan to
terms,
deck the main goal to
being
deck your
own
opponent?
master,
What?
thinking and making decisions for yourself, and being prepared to accept the consequences. Understand?
I guess Tanya's ability is completely out. Well, I guess a lot of their abilities are out of left field.
I think so.
Yeah.
Good.
This matchup might sound out of left field, but hear me out.
Shion,
Alphen versus Django.
Don't start with me. I'm not going, and that's that.
Who versus Django?
I understand.
Alphen.
Wait here with Rinwell till we get back, okay?
You're going in without the sword?
God, just go!
This is my choice, after all.
Your choice? Listen to yourself. That sword's useless to me without someone to use it. You go dying on me out there, and you'll put our whole mission in jeopardy.
But I
Sh-
need us all to make it safely to Cysloden.
Just say you want the D.
Too many sacrifices have already been made.
Hey, if someone asks you a question, does that not mean they want to answer when they pause to allow you to talk after asking it? The fuck?
You've sacrificed something too, huh?
Now I'm scared you're gonna make Rin's deck with decent support, but 2 seconds in you put a boss unit that says your opponent loses half their deck if they have 20 cards or less. Okay, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. The card effects are not that bad.
Silence embedded. Anyone who fails to cooperate will be arrested and tried as a traitor to the realm.
Wait, Devil, were you talking about your bosses or were you talking about us?
Some rat must have sold us out again.
And no, to be clear, Rin would not have. I don't even think Rin would have a regular boss unit besides like maybe like an Alexander copy.
Leave him alone.
My boss, and yes, that makes sense. Your opponent loses half their deck if they have 20 cards or less. Break their legs in real life.
We can't use the blazing sword this close to the villagers. They can't do it. But there are too many agents. Zephyr?
Law. Is that you?
What's going on? Aren't we supposed to be fighting them? What's going on? Aren't we supposed to be fighting them?
You're alive.
What are you doing here? The realm of Cyslodia doesn't tolerate civil dissidents.
Yeah, if you ask questions, they want to give you an answer. No one wants to break their ankles like use him. No, it's a fucking. Okay, so let me tell you the ability that he's complaining that he's saying is super busted. Let me see here. Right here. Okay. So, countdown 5. Blank wipes out a piece of the opponent's unit board every time this card hits 0 countdown. Countdown drops once per turn, and every time this character attacks, drop the countdown by 1. So, like, if I were to use Yu-Gi-Oh as an example, Yu-Gi-Oh has 5 monster slots. Once this character's countdown goes to 0, you now have 4 monster slots. Now, does that seem all that busted? No, just play its speed rules. Seems perfectly reasonable to me. Seems incredibly reasonable. So it's just Cash Hero. Is that when you and Settle was like you? It's not that it's busted, it's just out of place. See, I thought so too. There's a lot more to it as well. I lost my cool for a bit after the argument as well. Yeah, I would fucking expect you to. It's just out of place. I mean, so to be clear, like the entire deck structure is building up units by giving keywords and attacks. So you guys think do you guys think Armstrongs have the right idea at MGR? 14-hour shift too? Yeah, Devil, dude, just fucking step down, dude. It's not worth $2.
What's going on, Zephyr? Why won't you fight him?
Brother.
That soldier, someone you know?
Don't hurt him.
What are you?
Please.
You're gonna find out it's his brother-in-law, probably.
Work, you know. You never change, do you? You've always got that damn knowing look on your face.
That's probably brother-in-law.
Zephyr.
He's throwing out some good punches if you can make a guy like Zephyr. Like fucking flying like that. Oh, what the fuck?
So now you remember me. The nerve of you.
Look off your face. What?
I'm gonna wipe that damn look off your face once and for all.
So it's probably one of those cases to where like got the head by 2 hit. Alright, good luck, Devil. There's probably one of those cases to where like mom died, dad kind of like receded into himself, and kind of just like neglected the kid.
Can't. The villagers will get caught in the blast. We need to fall back.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Zephyr!
No, leave without me.
You can't.
I'm not leaving without him.
Alphen, there's no time.
But what about the resistance? Everyone's counting on you.
Forgive me.
You know, you could just use the flame sword and save them both. Do Alex Mercer no diff or mid diff Cole?
I'd say mid.
Why you're not gonna argue for oxygen poisoning on this one?
We've waited all night, but nobody's shown up.
I don't know. Alex has everything he needs to fucking take Cole down.
What's the plan?
The problem is getting the Cole.
You really need to ask? We go rescue Zephyr.
If he's under arrest, they'll have taken him to Cisloden, the capital city. Assuming he's still alive, that is.
I can't believe Zephyr never told us he had a son.
You guys met for 5 minutes!
About it.
And to find him in that village of all places. Some coincidence, huh?
Those fireworks you pulled out of your hat back there. They were astral arts, weren't they?
Shield, what the hell are you doing?
Except I've never heard of a Danon who can cast astral arts. Are you a Renan?
Like hell I am!
No, of course not. Renan's eyes light up when they use astral arts. And when you used an art, your eyes definitely didn't. So I guess that means you can't be a so-called bright eyes after all.
Don't lift a gun. Who just points a gun and stops mid-sentence like that?
Sorry.
You're right. Those were astral arts I used. Same as the ones wielded by the Renans. A long time ago, my family, my people, were once known as mages.
You know a girl named Rita?
A Danon mage? Up until now, I'd only ever heard of them in stories and rumors. Though now I've seen one with my own eyes. I suppose I'll have to believe it.
We've been in hiding for a long, long time. Even before the Renans first attacked. That's why no one knew about us.
Even before the Renans?
Yeah. My ancestors were...
Kyle, can you customize her outfit or no?
But it was by their fellow Danon.
Who's?
They lived hidden away
The
long
mages.
centuries, keeping their existence secret even from the resistance.
I'll let you know when I get
My
when I get up.
dad drilled it is supposed to let anyone find out about us.
Well, you
I'm
did
taking
say
the-
that about that.
Then why did
What?
you use
I'm taking the that you find the hoodie a bit too big.
Don't know.
No, it's just that our head's looking a little empty. There should be a doll on there.
And the next I was...
You ever lose the other side of your fucking helmet?
Danon Astral Arts. If the Renans knew such a threat existed, there'd be hell to pay.
Hey,
What? You think I'm gonna go to the Lords with this information? I'm a traitor and an outcast at this point. Or did you forget? What amazes me is how anyone could have that kind of power and yet keep it hidden all this time.
Didn't you ever want to use it to help your people?
Didn't you ever want to use it to help your people?
Don't talk like you know the first thing about me, Renan.
that's
Touch her.
enough. Zephyr wouldn't want this.
Listen, all I care about is taking out the Lords, okay? Which is no doubt what her people want too. Using her powers to help do it only makes sense.
Anyway, Alex Mercer versus Kratos.
Makes sense for who? Us? Besides,
Kratos should scale higher. Alex should be faster and has several ways to put him down. So Alex should probably win that.
If so, you're going to need my powers to do it. I don't want anyone else to die.
are you sure?
Well, Alex Mercer have a hard time with evil Cole than good Cole.
Alex would lose to Evil Cole, specifically
To the village.
because of the beast power.
But Kyle, they scale to each other.
No, they fucking don't. Anyone tries to use that fucking crisis logic, I'll kick him in the teeth.
Least violent power scaler.
What's wrong?
Nothing, just... I'm surprised how dark out it is.
Why wouldn't it be? It's still night after all.
No, that's what's weird. A lot of time's passed since we arrived in Cyslodia. You'd figure the sun would have come up by now.
Bro, you guys have been here for like 5
right.
minutes.
It's not like this back in Calaglia, is it? To be honest, I completely forgot.
It's always nice in this realm.
Basically, it's always night in this realm.
It's been that way forever.
Huh?
It never gets
It's
any
been that
brighter
way
outside.
forever.
And in the
It
morning.
never gets any brighter outside, even in the morning.
So it's always dark all day long?
But how? How is that even possible? Did the Renans cause this?
Of course they did. It's complicated to explain, though. It'd be easier to just get to Cysloden so you can see what's going on for yourself.
I'll take your word for it. But right now, finding Zephyr comes first.
Did Good Cole beat Nerf version of the Beast in first game?
Cole never beats the beast in the first game. In the second game, Cole never actually beats or stands a chance against the beast. His first encounter with the beast at the start of the game, which, depending on how much you want to be a real cunt, you could argue Cole, by the end of 2, literally just becomes, like, slightly more powerful. Can you stop tapping so I can explain?
No.
So, I wasn't asking.
Wait, you can still hear me?
Yes!
Why can you still hear me? What the fuck? What? You should be able to fucking hear me. What's being used my mic?
So, basically, at the start of Infamous 2, Cole gets his shit kicked in by the beast rather casually, and then in the final fight, which you could argue Cole is slightly stronger than what he was in the first game, but I'm not gonna
Hello.
like whether he is or isn't. You can basically see that without being connected to the substation and being constantly fed power, he would have got his ass kicked again, and he gets fed twice.
The fuck?
The first time when he's trying to charge up the RFI before Nyx dies, and then once he goes to the tower at the cathedral, and he finishes charging up the RFI, he is still connected to the to the substation. So every time he fights the beast, he either gets his ass kicked or he still does relatively poorly, but he's connected to a power source that gives him infinite energy and stops him from dying. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they try and spin this.
Okay, so that's weird. Kyle, what did I just call you?
A legend.
Okay, so you didn't hear me. Okay, yeah, that's weird. For some reason it switched from my mic to the other one. The answer to that question was no, by the way. I did not call you a legend.
You did call me a legend.
No.
Fake news.
Is Vampire Cole stronger than Cole from 2?
He's got more powers. Because Vampire Cult is a what-if story. Of where he gets conduit vampire aids.
Oddly specific.
That's what it is!
Oddly specific. Alright, hang on.
He gets bitten by a vampire conduit and he gets turned into a vampire and he has until daybreak to kill Bloody Mary to break himself out from the curse. It's vampire aids.
I wonder how Zephyr's doing. If that law guy is his son, they shouldn't be rough with him.
I want to believe that, but those two didn't look like they're exactly.
Wait, did I not get that statement?
Now I'm curious. Can Danins enlist in the Snake Eyes too?
Definitely.
I can still hear you.
I know.
Doesn't win you many friends on either side.
Oh my god, I still haven't gotten that statement yet, have I?
Kid working for the Renans then.
No, probably not. So you want to go through the outfits?
Yes, let's see them.
Oh, apparently we can do the hairstyles as well. Do you want to do the costume first and then the hairstyle?
First the costume, yes.
Which one?
All of hers honestly suck ass. Okay, so not Demonic Stole or Rapscallion swimsuit. So go down. I want to look at the last 3 again. Okay, owl uniform. It is a wholesome stream. Fuck, these all kind of suck. I think owl uniform fucking C is probably the best one.
Alright, we'll go for hair then.
You gotta get rid of ceremonial owl cap.
That one?
Yes. She looks like Detective Lodgins or whatever, or Detective Larry. I don't know what his name is.
Detective Larry.
Ceremonial Owl. Ceremonial Owl looks great. Apparently, new insane Ceremonial Owl. She will have the hat of the Ceremonial Owl.
All of creation across the heavens stems from the 6 essences. We lack only darkness while they are without light. Thus, to achieve perfection,
What are you muttering over there?
I was practicing a magic incantation.
An incantation? Is it anything like the spells that people use today?
Not quite. It takes time for me to finish my chants, so I'm practicing saying them quickly and accurately. You know, just in case. I've always tried my best never to use magic if I can avoid it up until now.
You said you and your family used to live in hiding, right?
Yeah, I never. Fuck, I gotta find that fucking loading screen.
The other mages go. Sorry, I didn't realize it was such a sensitive topic.
That works better, Ewan. That's better. There we go.
It's okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot to type this one. Huh, I thought you were on break already.
Hey, so, about my magic.
Is Vampire Coal stronger than Coal from 2?
Yeah. Sorry.
What was that?
Is Vampire Coal stronger than Coal from 2?
Don't you think?
I'm gonna say no. But because he knows Ionic Storm, he should be at least near endgame.
That's why I used it.
I know. We might have lost him without your help. So thank you, Rinwell.
Sure.
That's weird. Ewan's comments aren't popping up. I like how you just someone no. Can Cole McGrath scale the full Delsin roll from 1 and 2, right?
Was aboard for a while now.
I'm gonna put it like this. Depending on how you want to take it, how you want to take some things, Delsin might have better, more consistent travel speed feats, and he might have better AP.
Lost Hoodle. I didn't mean to scare him, but he took off.
Oodle? He's right next to you.
He is. All I see is snow.
Dan and owls conceal themselves when they feel threatened. I guess he's still not quite used to being around other people yet.
That would explain it. I should have been more careful with him. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm the only human he's comfortable with. Come here, Hoodle.
Damn, he was that close?
Femto versus Kratos.
I think he gets that you're going to be with us for a while, though. Step in the right direction.
What the hell is Femto versus...
You call his name.
What the hell is Femto?
Oh, it means Griffith from Berserk.
At least he's not sick or something.
Indeed. It's quite a relief.
I don't know anything about Griffith's abilities.
Not sure. I'm pretty sure Griffith might have better hacks, but his AP, Kratos should have better AP.
Is Berserk over yet? I know they're releasing new chapters after the guy died, but like, is it over yet?
If you need help with
No, it's not over.
let me know.
You'd think they'd speed up the fucking process just in case.
Cast astral arts can be pretty difficult.
Look, Berserk will end when Hunter x Hunter ends.
Their range lets them strike us before we even get close.
Is Hunter x Hunter even still around?
I can just disrupt astral arts.
What do you mean?
When someone is casting an art, their focus has to be entirely
Griffith should be as fast as Kratos, and he vastly out-haxes him, so he wins with via hacks.
from them.
Really? Then what
If they rush Berserk, the fans will eat them alive.
Do it and use it whenever I want. Like
Hunter is on hiatus for now.
is, I can only
When is Hunter
Again?
when is Hunter x Hunter not on hiatus?
Oh, also, when I steal
I get the guy wants to, like,
focus, which means
I get the guy wants to,
No,
like,
you,
take his
no,
time.
no,
But,
you don't.
dude,
You want?
fuel their energy,
Hire,
but doing so
hire someone else to draw for you. Just tell them what you want.
I didn't realize your magic could do so much.
The series has been going on for too long, and as far as I remember, someone said the anime is coming back. The anime is going to cover what? The fight between Crollo and Hisoka, and then fucking stop?
Real handy.
They care about the quality sim. That takes time.
count on me.
You can care about the quality while having somebody else draw for you. Just monitor their fucking...
No, it's not Berserk.
Like, fuck.
You understand that like the quality of Berserk's art, its more recent one is good, but you can do that in a month. I don't think Berserk is a monthly release, is it? Actually, fuck that. You can probably do Berserk in 2 weeks.
I think it is.
It is a monthly release? Yeah, Berserk should be switching to a bi-weekly release.
Alright, guys.
There's no fucking way that story doesn't sell enough to where they can't get enough fucking like assistance to make bi-weekly like feasible.
Yeah, it's the same thing with fucking Hunter x Hunter. There's no reason why it should continuously go on hiatus. Like, I get it, he's shown in royalty. But it's one of those things where it's like, I think he's abused his privilege for far too long.
Did that fucking owl just fucking who? That's the owl? Oh, what the fuck? Is that owl wearing a night patch?
Looks like we've spotted one of Poodle's friends.
No, I mean, I have the exact opposite position regarding Berserk. The guy died. Like, you should not be milking his story out. If you already know how the story goes and how it ends, we should be, getting there relatively quickly.
You think they took him away already?
What say we quit hiding and go ask some villagers? Someone's bound to report us no matter what we do. So, we might as well.
Hey, Shion.
What? You heard her. She's got a point.
His best friend's currently doing Berserk. I understand that, and I appreciate that he has a friend to help him out. But I'm just being honest here. Like, if the story, there's no reason for the story not to be bi-weekly at this point. It should just be trying to get done as quickly as possible. I understand that Berserk has an art quality people want, but there's no way that fucking art, there's no way that name can't get enough assistance to get that art quality consistent within 2 weeks. Can adult Gon scale to pre-Rose Merowyn? I don't know.
As adult Gon, pre-Rose, yes. Post-Rose, no.
Whatever the fuck that means.
Basically, it's does he scale to Merowyn before or after he gets hit by the atomic bomb?
Merowyn survived the atomic bomb?
So this is where Hunter x Hunter fans are going to lie to you. They're going to say yes, but they're not going to tell you the context of his royal guards literally had to feed him their cells so he could regenerate.
Oh, right, because he dies to a different weapon, right?
No, he dies to the radiation poisoning. Like, if you look at it relatively, he dies to it, I think, like half an hour to an hour later.
Yeah, that's why I was asking. I thought the bomb killed him. So, okay, so the initial explosion doesn't kill him, although
if his royal guards didn't feed him his cells, he would have died. He was literally like a burnt crisp with, like, no limbs.
Yeah, because didn't he fight the strongest Nen user on the planet or something?
Yes.
And that guy didn't even scale to, like, one of the royal guards?
He says that, but via virtue of how well he did against Merowyn, you can make the assumption that he could have beaten the royal guards, especially with the fact of, like, Killua and the rest of them could fight the royal guard. So you literally have to say that Netero was so fucking weak that everyone he brought with him to the palace should be comparable to him, which just isn't the case.
We can't chase after every little thing.
I think there's someone in trouble here.
Seems a little silly that, like... Well, I guess, like, because the ant guy comes from the Dark Continent, right?
The original Chimera ants come from the Dark Continent, not the ones that the story takes place with the royal guards and all that. Those are mutated Chimera ants after eating humans.
So they'd be stronger?
Than regular Chimera ants? Yes, because regular Chimera ants are just ants that go through, I'm trying to remember what it's called.
Where did the agents take our friend?
It's, something Phagorous. Where basically, when they eat something, their offspring get traits from the thing that they ate. So let's say that it ate something that has wings. Its offspring will come out with wings.
I see. Yeah, so it sounds like a bit stronger.
Hey, keep quiet. You're trying to get us all killed? Out of hell with that. Go on, report me. See if I care.
Deku versus Kratos. I think Kratos could probably beat Deku in a fight.
It's the realm's capital. Though when you're forbidden to move freely like we are, there isn't much difference. My parents and siblings were taken by the Snake Eyes. I haven't heard from any of them since.
Oh yeah, I know I forgot to talk about this, but Demon Souls on PC, you're gonna stream it whether you like it or not. Nice try. You gotta pay for that game if you want me to stream it.
Kill as many snake eyes as you can for me while you're there.
So what you're saying is fundraiser.
It's apparently there's a leak that's gonna be on PC. Yeah. Huh. I thought, I always find Merriman weird because like I hear he's like a really great villain.
He is, but it's more like a villain that's a newborn and learning morality through like. So you know the story archetype of someone who's extremely cruel, but he basically learns to love the thing that he's oppressing when he spends time with it.
Yeah.
That's basically Merriman.
I mean, the plan was always for me to take you guys to Cisloden anyway.
Because in the end, he basically comes to the conclusion of like, okay, not every human needs to be food. There are definitely certain people who deserve to be above the others. So he literally gave Netero a choice of like, I don't want to eat all the humans. Some of you deserve to actually like live. And Netero's basically just like, yeah, that makes sense, but I can't allow that to happen.
Full power Netero Prime versus Merriman? The fuck?
The problem is I'm pretty sure his old man form is his peak. I'm pretty sure there's a statement that he just keeps getting stronger. Which gets completely contradicted by the fact of like the answer's supposed to be like this worldwide threat, and then not the next arc, the one after. I'm repeating in your thing. Can you do something about that?
What the fuck do you mean you're repeating my thing? You shouldn't be.
So.
What the hell's going on?
I can hear myself.
How the fuck can you hear yourself?
After the chairman election arc,
okay,
you basically get introduced to. Oh, can they not hear me?
No, they can. Wait, talk.
Hello.
Yeah, they can hear you. Can you hear yourself now on my end?
No.
Okay.
No.
So
after the chairman election arc, you basically get introduced to Netero's son, and then there are statements out the arse where it's just like, yeah, Netero's son is better than Netero in every way, shape, and form, to the point where he could just cock slap him down and he couldn't do anything about it.
Turn Kyle Downbell on Discord's him. That's fucking weird. What the hell's going on today with my audio settings? Oh, it's probably because I'm spending all the time recording fucking actual dialogue. Go on.
And when that happens, it's like, well, you've kind of just killed any like potential hype the ants had.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
And here I was thinking I could get some rest. Is something the matter?
The matter? No, nothing like that.
Then if it's all the same to you, I'll be going to sleep, thanks.
Is chatting with me really that much of a drag?
I just don't get the point, that's all. Is there some pressing reason why we have to talk right?
Is this how I sound at work?
Yeah.
I think we should all make an effort to get to know one another. What if there's an emergency?
An emergency?
What if one of us suddenly got sick?
Then I'd cure them with my healing arts and we'd move on.
That's easy for you to say. But for the person doing the asking, it may not be so easy to approach you.
If they can't work up the courage to approach me, that's their problem. Unless you're suggesting I refuse to heal someone for the fun of it.
I didn't say that.
So what then? Quit beating around the bush and just tell me.
Look, what I'm trying to say is, if we're going to be traveling together, it makes more sense to do it as companions, rather than being at each other's throats the whole time.
I still don't get it.
But I do understand
that whatever it is, it obviously
But
doesn't mean a lot.
Net was able to force his son to not go back to the Dark Continent. Beyond Netero is a Dark Continent survivor, though.
I'll make more of an effort to talk every now and then, even when we don't have to. Happy?
Is Gon more stupid than both Luffy and Goku?
Then if you don't mind, I'm going to get some sleep.
Anyway,
So the problem is that like this is kind of the misconception when it comes to Luffy and Gon. I can't really say much for Goku. Well, Goku's kind of a bowel deranged idiot, but Luffy's not necessarily dumb. He's more naive than he is dumb. It's the same thing with Gon. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, it's more that he's naive, yeah. Because a lot of his techniques and shit he made are on the spot.
Well, it's not even that. It's the fact of, like, if he knows
He's also
what his
emotionally
opponent's
smart,
weakness...
too.
Well, if he knows what his opponent's weakness is, he will exploit that to the best of his ability.
Yeah.
Good examples of this are his fight with Crocodile and with, and Eneru.
Sure looks like it to me. You had me worried you'd forgotten our mission. Again.
I know. You don't need to keep reminding me.
Hey, Alpin. I'm already over here.
Are you playing?
Right.
No.
Thanks for letting me know.
I saw you talking with that Bright Eyes before lights out last night. Mind telling me what you two discussed?
Nothing in particular. I just figured that maybe she would open up a little if I tried talking to her.
What? Her? She's a Renin. That doesn't even know we're working with her.
Gon tracked Hisoka down in the race to become a hunter. Goku though, lol.
We're all going to be traveling together for a while. It's only going to make things harder.
Goku's intelligence only extends to battle intelligence, and that's not even the best either.
That's not much different than how it is for the rest of us.
What's my brother doing here? Should he be fucking streaming?
Understand each other and work together as equals, if it's at all possible.
Do we though?
Get the feeling she needs to do the same.
Because I sure don't get the feeling she means to do the same.
Oh, it was probably on YouTube. He just saw me.
As soon as Zephyr disappears, all hell breaks loose.
We saw a glimpse of what Granola versus Goku and Vegeta.
Like this.
That could be dropping soon, yeah.
What the hell am I supposed to do? I guess I'll just have to keep hammering away at them and see how it goes.
Granola's got the Sharingan thing. Granola's ability is weird.
Come on, guys. We've got lots to do.
So this is the forest team with Zugos who warned us about.
Who warned us about. No
Which
sign
means
of
either
Zephyr,
they have
though.
the skills to make it through safely,
Which means either they
or
have the
too late.
skills to make
He does have the optics to help, but his eyes can work too.
and the strays got to them first.
You say everyone.
Just the true
Do
ones.
you say
I
everything?
know.
Just the true ones. Are we moving or what?
And Luffy does pick up things once they've explained to him. He just doesn't care for complicated stuff unless it's necessary.
Don't worry, Hoodle.
Alex Mercer versus Merylman.
Oh, Alex would fucking destroy Meruem. Alex would fucking sweep the fucking Hunterverse.
Be enough to take 2 steps forward without bumping into something.
Doesn't Granola use the optic to suppress his power? The optic meant to focus it, not suppress it, as far as I remember.
When things get real bad around here, you can.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Please, now. I'll be saving this one.
It's over.
Hunter x Hunter isn't too strong, lol. Yeah, it's supposed to be more of a tactical series, right?
Yes.
This could be useful.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, because I'm watching fucking Merylman getting fucking slapped around by a giant golden statue, apparently.
You cast an art?
Yeah, they don't really add any.
Ah,
extra
the
color or
Bodhisattva.
anything, but
I guess.
recreating them is what allows the astral energy to come together and flow through me. It takes time to complete, but they're what lets me use such strong magic in the first place.
What happens if someone interrupts you while you're in the middle of chanting?
Then I have to start over from the beginning. As soon as my concentration breaks, any astral energy I've accumulated disperses.
Got it. So once you start reciting, that's our cue to make sure that no enemies can get near enough to disrupt you.
Yeah, that would be appreciated. Although, I do have one fun trick up my sleeve.
Chanting a full incantation.
Once I finish chanting a full incantation, I can hold on to a single astral art without casting it right away.
So once the astral energy's in place, you can choose to set it off whenever you want? That's amazing.
Yeah, I don't fully have the
Wait.
yet, but I'm sure it'll come in handy sooner or later.
I thought this guy was supposed to be smart.
Well, he's not trying to kill Netero. He's trying to harm him so he could get him to stop.
Well, no, because he's all like, all right, old man, don't die before I activate my strategy. All right, so I'm just gonna keep hitting him from different spots, and eventually, when he has to use a new attack, I'll beat him. I'm like, aren't you supposed to be smart? That's not a good plan.
I mean, if you're durable enough to take it.
That would still not be a good strategy. That'd be a stupid strategy. But in that cool session, he missed his mouth. I remember that in his fight with Vegeta, the moment he revealed his red eye, he started to slap at Vegeta even harder. He might just be holding back his power. I don't think it's specifically the optical. Mordekaiser versus Baozim. Honestly, if Bao's 15D, she scales higher than anywhere you can put Mordekaiser at. I don't think the Dark Star is strong enough to beat 15D, but I could be wrong on that one. Because the Dark Star might scale above the Shang-Chi Scrolls, and the Shang-Chi Scrolls see the higher dimensions of the Silver and Gold City as fiction. And if the Dark Star scales to them, then... And theoretically, Zoe's statement doesn't stop at 6D or 5D. That's just where I put it because that's like the bare minimum. Not realizing if you can't be permanently harmed. It's still not a good strategy. Your strategy.
Actually, I got a question for you.
Sure.
If somebody is stated to step beyond existence, and existence has been shown to be a computer that can control multiple different like time spaces, so an actual multiverse, what would that put them at?
If they step beyond existence, that'd make them probably 4 to 5D.
Nice.
What the hell? Oh, this man's got that Salder shit going on.
Thanks, Shion.
Just doing what I can.
So then, would this guy beat like most of the other fighters? The old man?
In Hunter x Hunter, he's basically like the peak until Beyond Netero came.
Vegeta didn't see Granola as a villain. That is true. Your top 50 Bayo makes me feel upset. Not realizing if you can permanently be harmed, it's okay. It's still a stupid strategy. Because imagine if he tries that against someone who can actually fucking hurt him.
I feel like I'm about to freeze.
I can feel my power growing.
Like, that's the thing you have to consider too, is like, okay, what's the actual smartest thing he's done? Like, what's his actual intelligence feats?
For who?
For Merylman.
He's basically beaten every game champion at different like board games. You sound dissatisfied with that one.
Could you hear the glasses like closing?
What if I told you that for some of them, it took him hundreds of times, but he would make them play him consistently until he beat them, and then he killed them. But there was one person he could never beat, which was a blind girl who had constant congestion.
Yeah, because he probably couldn't read her fucking movements. But okay, Kyle, please, for the love of God, tell me there's more. Kyle, I have been told by the anime community and people who fucking sim for the series that this guy's incredibly fucking smart, that he's super fucking intelligent, like that he's a fucking genius. Kyle, tell me there's more. Oh my God, no. Like, don't get me wrong. That's not terrible. That's not terrible. I mean, it's not good, but it's not terrible. But like, tell me there's more.
He beat Netero.
I never want to hear you fuckers say this guy is smart ever again.
I literally just ran through the entire Chimera Ant arc in my head, trying to figure out, does he have any other intelligence feats? It's like, no, I don't think he does. That's the best we have.
I never say was smart. I know, but just in case for future reference.
No, the problem is that I've heard the exact same arguments as Zim has. That's why I was just like,
Listen, if your character's smart, I need him to be at least as smart as Light Yagami before we start calling him smart. And that's not a high bar to reach.
Damn.
Yudro can kill Meruman? Yudro would fucking destroy Meruman. Unless Meruman has some sort of hacks ability I'm unaware of.
He's capable of blowing up mountains with his rage ability.
That's not hacks.
Kyle,
this man sounds disappointing as hell. Give me something.
He can break himself apart into photons.
Okay,
that's about it.
Okay, that's not bad. What were the applications?
He can turn himself into smaller versions of himself, and that's it. He doesn't even display that. I'm just going off what he should have by absorbing.
Oh my! No! Fuck you! None of your U-Haul bullshit. Okay, hang on. My question, Kyle. At least both Goku and Luffy are not a hypocrite like Gon.
Gon's not a hypocrite. How's Gon a hypocrite? That needs a little bit of that's a half-cooked meal.
All right, so Dark Lord, can you clarify your position a little better, please? Hisoka is more impressive than Bungee Gum, has the properties of rubber and gum, or are you saying Bungee Gum is more impressive than Meruman's abilities? Meruman would beat Goku in an equalized fight? I actually disagree.
I
say it.
Don't think so.
Say Goku would lose.
Well, here's the problem. With Meruem is that. Do you know how old Meruem is?
5 days.
Take a guess. Fucking well done.
Wait, was it 5 days? Like, actually?
I think it's less than a week.
Yeah, because you said he was like born a few days ago, so I just threw 5 out because I thought like, okay, so if he probably can't be that old.
Yeah, and he has no, like, Meruem is not a good fighter. He goes off animal instincts.
Aren't you the one who praises animals' abilities to fight like all the time? Shouldn't that be a good thing?
Not compared to a martial artist.
Fair enough.
There's a difference.
No. Goku beats Meruman in a fight equalized because even if Merylman, well, okay, so the problem is that are we gonna take this equalized like normal equalized or Kyle equalized? Because those are two different discussions.
It really wouldn't matter. Merylman doesn't have any stat. Any stat increase.
Well, hang on. So can Merylman take the? Is Merylman tanking the hits because he's just way stronger than the old man, or does his like armored shell? Oh, so his shell has no properties.
No, that's just his skin.
Oh,
that's just his.
Oh, I thought
he's a literal ant. That's his exoskeleton.
Yeah,
that's literally him.
Yeah, but aren't exoskeletons like more durable than regular flesh? Isn't that the whole point of an exoskeleton?
Some have different properties. It depends on what animal. Depending on the insect, it can make them more flexible.
Does Merylman ever demonstrate the property of having like an actual tougher skin because of it, or no?
No.
Okay.
It just acts like skin.
Then yeah, no, Goku would stomp him in an equalized fight. Like, okay, so you have to understand, for all the shit I give Goku on this channel, he's not
It's because everyone puts him up against actual competent martial artists.
Yeah, so Goku, like, is not a bad fighter. It's just that most of his matchups and comparison points are against people who are actually good martial artists by fictional standards. So it's not that he's bad, it's just that everyone else is way more busted. Merylman's supposed to be the king of the Chimera Ants?
That's correct.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
He was literally born to be the king of the Chimera Ants. Like, he was born to rule them.
Oh. Do ants have kings? I thought they had queens.
Yes, and the queen was dying, so she gave birth to the king.
But, like, that's not normal in ant colonies, right? There's not a king ant?
It is.
Ants have kings?
Well, only when the queen is dying, and then she'll start producing male offspring. And those are usually the ants that have wings. Some of them are female as well, but for the most part, they're mostly male.
What does a king ant even do in a colony, then?
Nothing. It breeds with one of the queens, and then it fucking dies. That's it.
So you're telling me all kings do is they just have a dick versus the normal guys?
Insect lives are not pleasant. Males are basically there to basically
fucking
reproduce and die.
Yeah, I know like every fucking male insect just gets fucking killed afterwards. Which, to be fair, some humans would say that's a mercy in comparison to what they ended up with.
Because it kind of depends, because sometimes, depending on the insect, the female might just eat you.
Yeah, because isn't that what praying mantises do? They'll like fucking kill their opponent.
Praying mantis, spiders, scorpions.
Scorpions, really?
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of the scorpion one.
Yeah, they'll eat each other normally.
No, I understand that portion. What I'm just saying is I didn't realize that scorpion. Well, okay, so are they eating each other like for mating purposes, or they're just eating the nearest like fucking male scorpion, the nearest food?
This is basically how most insect brains work. You're smaller than me, so you're automatically food.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I see that same logic in hentai all the time as well.
Don't know what kind of war shit you're reading.
Not that kind. It's not directly eating, you sick fuck. Female praying mantis cuts off male's head and devours their brain. Yes.
Well, they also eat the rest of the body as well.
Why'd they? Oh, at least they're not wasteful. Anyways, why did Dimension Spirals give me shivers? I don't know. Hisoka versus Goku?
I'm still gonna say that Goku is a better fighter than practically everyone but like the Zoldyck family.
You guys understand that Goku's like as far as I know, the Hunter x Hunter kits aren't very good either. Like, Goku has more options than Hisoka, if I'm not mistaken. Doesn't all Hisoka have is his bungee gum?
Yeah, that's it. That's why I say the only people in the series that might like be able to like beat Goku are the Zoldyck family, because they're actual fucking martial artists and assassins.
There's no such thing as wholesome hentai. All hentai are unwholesome. That is objectively wrong. That is objectively wrong. That's actually the worst take you've ever had, and that's saying something. God's father might going, but we haven't seen much other of him copying Leros' punch at the meeting. Oh yeah, God finally met his dad, and then they abandoned him as the main character, right?
Pretty much. We know nothing about Gene except that he's been to the Dark Continent, so we can't really say anything about Gene. Gene's fucking feetless.
I was joking, my guy. No. Lizard? Yes. Listen. He copied his technique, that's his only feat. That's a pretty good feat.
What's a good feat?
Copy a person's technique.
Who did?
Apparently Gene copied his technique.
Probably.
Kyle, did you die?
No, I fell asleep.
God, I couldn't sleep at all last night. I didn't go to sleep till 5 a.m. in the morning, and I had to go to my fucking couch to go to sleep. I don't know what it is about sleeping on my couch or sleeping on my bed, but for some reason I can just get more comfortable on my couch and go to sleep there. I think it might be because of like... maybe it offers better support, I don't know. Maybe I want like a stiffer couch, or maybe I just want more pillows to like lean my head up. Oh yeah, that actually reminds me. Regarding your stream tomorrow, I probably won't be joining you because it's actually taking me a lot longer with the RSI video than I was expecting. Because I'm not kidding when I say 2 minutes took like 2 hours. No, I don't. Well, no, I won't.
Yeah, I feel that like after this stream's over, and depending on whether or not I want dinner, I still have to gather one thing that I forgot to gather for healing factors.
I should have all the scans more or less. I just have to find them in the video footage. Because I've already gone through like 4 hours of video footage. Oh, you guys can hear that. I need to stop that. There we go. I don't know if you already answered this, Kyle. What are your thoughts on the PlayStation Showcase 2023?
I don't care.
Damn! Damn! 1 hour and 12 minutes?
See, Zim is the beta, I am the sigma, Devil is the alpha. That's how this works.
No way. One person did all of this?
Damn, he looks like someone we have to fight. Virgil?
What's going on?
Virgil?
Okay, I see. When did I get a new media player?
Who was that guy?
Do you think he could have been the Lord we're looking for?
Why Kyle is the homo, Zim the horny, and Devil is the straight? Why is Kyle the homo in this discussion? Like, I agree, but why is he the homo?
You, out of anyone, you have the biggest potential to be the dick sucker.
Newhin, do not say anything!
Bro, out of the 3 people you said, Two of those people have actually seen pussy, and the other one is as hairy as one.
Wow. That's fucked. Kinda true, lol. Fuck you so much. Kenshiro versus Ryu Hayabusa with and without equal stats. Depends on how free am I to win Kenshiro. And Solid Snake versus he's Spain though. Is that my question? Yeah, I was about to get to it. Okay, so real quickly, Solid Snake versus Kratos equalized. I'm gonna say Kratos would probably take that. I disagree with Christ's position on how he scales Solid Snake's skill. Kenshiro versus Ryu Hayabusa with or without equal stats. I think Musou Tensei shits on anything Ryu Hayabusa has in his arsenal. Although you could make an argument that the Dragon Sword should be able to hurt him through Musou Tensei, but in an equalized fight, that wouldn't matter. I don't think Ryu has the skills to keep up with Kenshiro. Unequalized depends on how much I can win Kenshiro and how much you guys would allow.
See what I mean when we get there.
What's on your mind?
First, Rinwell appears out of nowhere, right after we beat Balseth. Then, we bump into Zephyr's son, who's with the enemy. Somehow, we get away scot-free because the Snake Eyes don't even bother chasing after us. Is it really a coincidence?
You think it was a trap?
What? But I would never.
If not for the whole Astral Arts episode, I'd be worried. But no, she's not behind this.
Bro, she's playing like a fiddle.
Unwitting pawn in someone else's plan.
What? All this to capture Zephyr?
Maybe. All I know is
How about you hype up both characters?
nicely for my liking. Not that dwelling
I barely heard Kyle talking, not gonna lie.
or otherwise.
He should. His audio should be fine.
So how do we get inside?
I'm not talking because I haven't got a question.
Well, we can't just march into the
Kyle, quick question. Why the fuck is Izanami from Blaze Blue so busted again? There you go, Kyle. You got a question.
Near spring on the outskirts of the city.
Why is she so busted?
There.
Are we talking in terms of gameplay or in terms of lore?
Where do you put Snake?
camping out.
Well, Kyle's deciding and getting a response back on that one. I don't really scale Snake. I'm just saying that skill-wise, I disagree. Okay, same both.
Because Blaze Blue is one of those really stupid series where a lot of their hacks come from the library. And in terms of gameplay, she was built to be the final boss in the arcade.
So what if they are?
In terms of Solid Snake should be at least relative to young Ocelot. So I don't know where his AP sits, but I know his speed is at least lightning timing.
And not having any light to see by makes the uneven terrain even more difficult.
If I highball both characters, unfortunately, actually, I could use Jump Force Kenshiro, which would put him.
That'd put him at multi plus. I'm pretty sure.
Here, fire's as important as
Oh,
water.
because there's Saint Seiya, actually, they might put him at complex multi.
Is it that rare to see the sun here?
If that's the case,
Rare. Until I
This is the problem when it comes to games that like bring shit together and people are just like, how powerful are these versions of the characters? It's like,
how hot and bright
you're basically asking, do we know the ins and outs of every fucking cosmology that appeared in that game?
you're used to it.
so our Jump Force skill is not canon. Jump Force is not canon. Yeah, but you're asking me to highball the characters, so I should be able to, use all their material.
Like, it'd be equivalent of saying, like, use the strongest version of a character, and it's just like, okay, then I would default to using, like, PlayStation All-Stars or something like that.
Because
if
the
they
problem is
appeared in
that it doesn't get much better. Because if I can highball, then I'd have to highball him to the gods of the North Star, who seems to be a multiversal being based off the mobile game.
This should definitely keep you guys.
I mean, highball cannon feats.
Make sure to get some good rest.
Massively faster than light, and don't you have, like, dart level stuff?
If we're highballing the cannon feats, fuck no, we can go way higher than that.
I think he's saying something.
At least universal. If I can find the statements for the heavens being endless, then I can argue for infinite, or infinite universal. If I can argue scaling above the gods to the North Star, which I could potentially argue for 4D. Speed-wise, I can argue for infinite speed, potentially immeasurable, but immeasurable is like the weakest thing I don't even think is worth mentioning.
What's going on? What is this place?
I see something big farther in. Is that a Zuko? No. An owl?
Poodle doesn't seem too wary, so it's probably not hostile.
Let's go see what's up then. Sharp.
Bro, what the fuck? Bro, what the fuck?
I don't get it. Why has it suddenly started giving us things?
Hey.
But I'd have to relook at the real Hayabusa, but I'm pretty sure Kenshiro takes that.
It's the owl we rescued.
Unless, well, Highball Ryu would take it because he can at least be 5D.
All about. It's thanking us for saving its friend.
This one isn't just bigger than Hoogle, though. Something about it seems almost regal. Don't you think?
What if it was the king of the owls?
Would that make the other one the queen?
You think so?
Yes, they're clearly a pair.
Oh yeah, that actually reminds me. I saw something kind of interesting that I didn't really think about, but Nami is consistently referred to as a queen to Luffy's king in any of the pictures that has Luffy being kingly.
Sanctuary?
It's such a big place.
I didn't really notice it until it was pointed out, like in the One Piece Reddit today.
All alone until we rescued.
What you think at the end of the story he's gonna cuck Sanji?
Other owls existed.
I mean, she's the only girl he reacts to as attractive.
You never know what other ones might be out there until we look for
And
them.
honestly, Sanji's, I mean, he's already got like 3 girls lined up if we're being honest.
It's like imagine if I was just like I realized my mistake. He goes back to short-haired Nami. Everything is now right with the world.
No, Luffy and Hancock all the way.
I don't think what anyone says. Nami was way hotter with short hair than with her long hair.
It can be a little.
Nami just looked better pre-time skip.
That's okay.
Better clothes as well.
We'll find as many as we can.
Thank you.
Are we talking like in general, or are we just talking like specific, like the specific outfits? Because like I think some of her outfits in New World have been pretty solid. It's just that like most of the time she's just in a bikini.
Ready to move on.
I mean, anytime she's not in a bikini, she looks fine. It's just
You ever think people look at you weird when you kind of are just like the bikini's just like oh it's all just not very like all that good anymore? Like you ever think people just look at you weirdly when you say that? Because I feel like they look at me weirdly when I say that. Like it's nice every now and again, but it's like it's really just not like it's just really not there.
no. I just look at it and I'm just like, well, there's not really a whole lot there to be like admired for. It's like, yeah, she's hot, but so is every other character you've put in a fucking bikini. Aside from Kokoro.
Luffy and Hancock all the way.
Why?
I'm sorry, but there is nothing
There
there.
is no, I was gonna say the same thing. Like Luffy does not regard her as anything. That's completely one-sided.
Bro, she hasn't been friend zoned. She's been food zoned.
He's happy to help her as a friend, but there's nothing there.
There's nothing that really there's no real connection where you're just like, wow, yeah, these two are super fucking close to each other. Oh, I forgot. She's gonna be deleted soon.
What?
So when I was playing Other Side, so during one of the boss fights gives you a free daughter of the new class because like thematically that's when you get it. But for some fucking reason in my playthrough, the first Scythe Dancer I got, just randomly, when I was playing the game randomly for footage, just one day, she just disappears. She didn't die. She's just completely gone from the game. And I'm just like, where the fuck did she go? I made a 10-minute video bitching about it. Oh yeah, for those of you who aren't members, are you guys going to want to see the preview for the Ursa video or no?
We even have members working within the Snake Eyes gathering intel for us. Sounds like it.
Oh yeah, I saw the sneak peek for the Dragon Ball and this is the Chosen Undead. You know what's the one? You know what's the one thing that they got correct?
What?
The one thing that I see every fucking Dark Souls player do: fucking roll.
I gotta dodge. Zip my pun.
It does look a little janky when he's rolling around, but for the most part, it looks pretty solid. The models are pretty fucking good.
So I'm hearing Boa Hancock is getting cucked.
She's not a good character.
You don't like her as a character?
No.
I think she's fine as a character. It's just that, like, I think people... I don't understand why she's so popular.
She's not even the hottest girl in One Piece.
I always find that weird because technically she's supposed to be lore-wise.
I know, but you know what's really weird? Is, like, do you remember the start of Impel Down when the, I can't think of her name, but you know the chick who sits in the elevator?
Yeah.
You know the blonde one?
Yeah.
People can fight me. She's hotter than Hancock.
I mean, like, the problem is that, like, it's really fucking hard to have the hottest person position when all of the females look the fucking same.
I think we kind of had the same kind of like lashing out when we saw Aphrodite compared to fucking Eve in Ragnarok.
No, there's no competition there. Eve's better. But no, yeah, no, I gotta say, I think the complaint was like, how is Aphrodite the most beautiful person on the planet, and then Eve's right there looking as good, if not better. This is the issue you have with mangas, and my series does this too. So like, I'm like throwing fucking stones out here, but it's like, it's just fucking weird that it comes like this. But all the girls look the fucking same. Robin is best girl. I was thinking about buying custom Dawn for my One Piece game, but then you told me about how much like they was gonna cost, so I'm thinking against it.
Maybe Zim will disagree with me on this, but Robin heavily depends on what angle you look at her at, and only if you're looking at her pre-time skip.
Hang on, 120 is when the cutscene.
Like, have you noticed that like Robin is the type of character where she can look good, but then there are other angles where she does not work whatsoever.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Should I buy Black Ops 3 on sale when it's cable?
I mean, if you're talking personality-wise, she's fine. Like she's perfectly funny. Especially when she bounces off like Chopper or Frankie.
That's why Bleach girls are better? Debatable. Can Nami attack with Zeus scale the Big Mom AP or no? Okay, so technically Zeus should scale the Big Mom's AP because Zeus would be a weapon Big Mom would have used to fight the other Yonko. But you don't really want to think about it that way because I think there are several people who survive Zeus's attacks. So Fairy Tail girls look pretty... So the Fairy Tail girls look pretty different from each other. Kyle, you've seen Fairy Tail. Will you agree with that or no?
For the most part, yeah.
Okay. Well, hang on. What do you mean by pretty different here? Are we talking like hairstyle wise, or we mean like they actually look different? And like, are we talking like different body types or similar body types?
Similar body types, but kind of different face.
Okay, we'll see that. Okay, we'll see. That's kind of the issue with like One Piece. Is One Piece is like similar body types across the board.
No. Because I'll point this out right now. I think someone also did this as well. Get Rebecca, and then just swap her hair with Nami's, and she looks exactly like Nami. Like they have the face, like same face syndrome. Bad.
I can see it. I like Rebecca. I mean, One Piece doesn't really have bad characters, if we're being honest. You really just have to decide to yourself, how okay are you with how sexualized women are in the series?
What? What? Are you telling me you don't like the fact that Vivi can be swept up by Crocodile's fucking small hook, and it goes right around her waist?
To be fair, Crocodile's hook is inconsistent in its size. That shit can be massive at times. I don't understand why. All JoJo females are trash, right, Zim? All JoJo females are trash. Okay, we're talking personality or appearance?
Hey, Rinwell! What are you doing here? If the Snake Eyes spot you here, they'll...
So you did make it back alive. Man, am I glad to see you safe.
Barely. When we all got separated, I thought...
I wouldn't call all JoJo females trash, though. Part 1's good. Part 2's pretty... Both? No, women in JoJo's aren't terrible.
I brought them with me from Calaglia.
The Ghost Girl in Part 4 is pretty cool.
Wait, this is it? Just the two of them? Where's the rest?
Trish has her moments once she gets Spice Girl. Jolene's pretty cool. Foo Fighters is pretty cool. I wouldn't fuck Hermes, but I'd have a beer with Hermes.
We all know Lisa Lisa's the best JoJo female. Lisa is definitely up there for best JoJo female, but it's really between Lisa or fucking in my opinion, you'll disagree with it. I think you'll disagree with me on this one. It's either Lisa really or Holly. No, not Holly. What the fuck is her name?
I was gonna say Holly. The girl who does nothing and gets sidelined 3 episodes in.
Yeah. She's up there for best JoJo female contender, easy.
Because she knew her place, she stayed in the kitchen. No, but who are you gonna...
Irene.
What's your other...
I think I was thinking of Irene. Or Irina? I don't know what her name is specifically. Jotaro's wife. Not Jotaro's wife. Jonathan's wife.
Really?
Yeah, she just seems like a nice, decent fucking, person overall. Like, the problem is that a lot of JoJo females, and I don't want to say they're fucking cunts, but they're kind of cunts. And they're not terrible, but they're also kind of like a real fucking handful. I want to remind everyone again that Jolene technically ends up with a guy who randomly fell in love with her, I think because she was stubborn. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember why he fell in love with her.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Yeah, so you don't remember either, do you?
So this is Cisloden, capital city of Cislodia.
Be careful.
I think it was due to the fact of, like, she won't... I think it's one of those things where it's just like... She likes tough women.
Yeah, so you can't fucking remember either.
I'm having a guess.
Yeah, I know you're fucking having a guess. I will never understand people who think Jolene is a waifu. I will never grasp that concept in my mind. Like, you could pick so much better. No offense, like, I mean, unless you really like rowdy women, but even then, she kind of borders on like flat out rude. Granted, you could always argue that, like, oh, well, she's not that bad because, she was just had a tough upbringing.
I mean, if we're being perfectly honest, even when you look at some of the male characters, outside of, like, Josuke and Jonathan, every other person's a bit of a cunt.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like Jonathan and Josuke are the only, like, JoJo main protagonists that I could see I could actually be friends with. All the others, I would look at them like, you're a bit of a cunt.
It's good to see you. Who's
Like, let's put it this way. People just like, I really like Giorno. Yeah, but Giorno probably doesn't like you. Giorno will tolerate your presence, but Giorno's not your friend. He's gonna teach us to do yoga. I feel like we should probably do like a collab video on this, because you know what's something I really think we need to address to people? Part 3 stands are not trash. They've just got trash users.
We risked our lives just to get here, sir. If you want to send her away, fine. But you'll lose me too.
What do you think about that one?
Part 3? Who the fuck argues Part 3 stands are trash?
You'll be surprised the amount of people who say like, oh, Part 3 stands don't get far in most series because they're trash. It's like, no. Part 3 stands are fucking busted. Part 3 users are dumb as dog shit.
I mean, to be fair, they're not all dumb as dog shit. It's just that they got really poor matchups half the time. Dude, ironically enough, like, Yellow Temperance beats, like, most fucking stand users, I think. Like, the Lovers...
Yellow Temperance makes his way through most of the series. The problem is that Yellow Temperance's fucking user is dumb as dog shit, and he tried to gloat to Jotaro when he literally achieved his win con. All he had to do was leave.
Yellow Temperance is one of those interesting stands because I think it's one of the only stands that might be able to beat the Notorious B.I.G.
I'll go out here. I'll go ahead and I'll say it could probably beat or stalemate Notorious, but it would definitely beat Cars.
Cars? I think so. Well, Cars is really one of those weird situations where it's like, if you don't take the idea of fucking...
I hate the idea of just like, no, we have to give him a stand. No, fuck off. He's straight from Part 2. No stand. Go.
Whole horse stand is really useful? It's not.
No, I hate that reasoning, because the people who do that are the same cunts who are just like, oh, if a Hunter character hits another character, then they're just going to activate their Nen pause, and they're going to get Nen. It's just like, no, they don't get Nen pause because they're not from the freaking Hunter universe.
Josuke will be the worst friend in JoJo's? Josuke? If you beat Part 4, I don't think he'd be that terrible.
Are you kidding me? Hell no. Josuke is literally one of those people who would be literally willing to hear that you're in trouble, and he'll literally throw his life in to save you. Most of the other protagonists, however, unless you've traveled with them and you're already pre-friends with them, they're willing to use you as leverage or just straight up not help you.
Yeah, Yellow Temperance is actually really fucked. Because I'm rewatching the fight right now to see what it actually does. And like, yeah, no, it's actually, that's pretty fucking silly.
Yeah, and do you see how he basically says, like, how it will slowly eat him away? You know all you have to do?
What?
Not engage with Jotaro. Walk away.
I forgot if it was you or Mangler making this joke, but I remember there was a joke where it's all like, JoJo characters will beat the shit out of Bleach characters because they would never explain what their stand does half the time.
That was Mangler.
He will kill you.
No, like,
it says
then you just learn not to say shit about his hair. It's like every other person. You learn not to say stuff that's gonna really like give them the shits, and that's pretty much all that shits him off.
I think that's a sign of how desperate things have become.
Again,
In my case, it took a long time for him to
you say Josuke is going to be one of the worst.
But then again,
Coming from what? Jotaro, where if you step on his foot or wrinkle his fucking uniform, he's going to punch you and get into a fight with you. Compared to what? Giorno, the actual sociopath incarnate.
I really don't fucking understand like how someone can argue that Part 3 stands would lose to Part fucking other stands. Like Part 3 had some really silly shit. Granted, it wasn't. Granted, there's a few Part 3 stands that are worth a damn. It's not all of them, to be fair.
Oh, absolutely. Like Tower of Great, dog shit. Strength, dog shit. Wheel of Fortune, dog shit.
Which one was Wheel of Fortune again?
The guy in the car.
I fucking forgot what he does.
So he's basically like another strength. Where he's basically able to get into like a shitbox car, but it turns it into like this fucking powerhouse thing. It can like shoot gasoline.
Yeah.
Dog shit.
Yeah, no, Yellow Temperance would fucking stomp out most stand users. Granted, not all of them lose to Yellow Temperance, to be fair. Even if you're playing it safe, I don't think every stand user would lose to Yellow Temperance.
No. But you also have stands like, let's say, Set. You have Set, you have Geb, you have Cream. You have, High Priest. Is it High Priestess? The one that can turn into the seabed?
I believe so.
Like, even Justice isn't terrible.
Any Danans accused of dissent against the Slodia's lord are rounded up and brought here, then put to work. It's a fierce deterrent.
And you think Zephyr might be in there with them?
Like, I just find it funny when people say, like, Part 3 has some of the weakest stands. I'm just like, you know Part 4 is just over there, right?
If we're talking weakest stand setup in general, Part 4 is probably the weakest. Well, actually, okay, so how are we talking about fucking,
In terms of if you were to gather them all up, and you were to put into a list stands that are worth a damn in all the parts, I'm pretty sure 4 will come out to have the least amount.
Okay, now hang on a minute. I'm actually going to say, if that's the context in mind, I think 6 might be the weakest stand setup there. Because a lot of stands in 6 are fucking garbage.
Actually, no, 7.
Okay, now hear me out for a minute. Do we count all of Tusk's acts as separate stands or one stand?
It's one stand, and I'm going to tell you... I'm going to tell you one stand. I'm going to tell you one stand user, and I'll rest my case. Are you ready?
Go ahead.
Mountain Tim.
You might hate me for this. Was that the luck guy or no?
No, that's Poco. Poco Loco.
Mountain Tim wasn't the rope guy, was he?
Yes.
I forgot what a stand actually did. Was it just letting you turn into a rope, or like letting you break your body up on a rope?
It allowed you to break your body on the rope, but you could only stretch as far as the rope.
Okay, now hear me out. I hear you. Counterpoint. Hermes' ability is just to clone something that doesn't even fully clone it.
Yes, but it has its usefulness.
It also doesn't it also hurt when you use it? Like it actually damages your body when you put it back together.
If you're holding it, sure. But she learns to let go and let it fly to someone else.
Upgrade, Killer Queen, the Hand, and Crazy Diamond are good. Yeah, but those are like the only good stands in Part 4.
Yeah, we're not saying Part 4 stands are terrible. We're saying that if you were to try and gather all of the stands that are worth a damn, 4 or 7 probably has the least amount.
I think 7 would take... Well, fuck. Okay, hang on a minute. Fuck. I want to say 7, but 7 has some solid stands in there. Not just including the main characters, but like, I think what was it, Dancing in the Rain?
Ride the
Rainbow?
Ride the Rainbow.
Yeah,
I think it's Ride the
his
Ride the
was pretty
Rainbow.
good.
Where you're basically untouchable in the rain.
Then there was that other guy who had perfect defense, but I don't know if you want to give that a positive or negative.
Oh, 20th Century Boy.
What song was that? Is there actually a song called 20th Century Boy, or is that a band?
I think that's a band?
Prime Joseph Joestar or Josuke, who was a better character?
As a person, or who's more entertaining?
I think Joseph takes both. Josuke's not that good of a person either.
I'll say Joseph is more entertaining, but Josuke is a nicer person.
You know, when I think about it, Jotaro's probably the JoJo that has the least kills out of every JoJo. No, I don't think Josuke ever kills anybody.
How do you want to take Angelo?
Angelo's still alive, and so is the guy in the book. They're both still alive. As fucked as that is, they're alive. You know what the funniest thing about JoJo's is they give you... A lot of the villains get dealt with in JoJo's in ways worse than any murder. Because Angelo's going to be alive forever in that rock. And the guy in the book's going to be trapped in that book forever unless another stand can save them. Because I think if I remember correctly, there's a narrator moment saying that even like 100 years from now, people still visit the Angelo Rock, and it's still Angelo.
Yeah, doesn't it become a tradition to basically say, hey, Angelo?
Yeah.
And
like,
people just do it?
Yeah.
Just out of habit?
Yeah, it's like a good luck charm, I think, or something. Yeah, make no fucking mistake. Josuke doesn't kill people, and that's probably for the worse. I think the only antagonist that got away from Josuke, like, relatively okay was Rohan, and I want to say fucking Highway Star, I think is what his name is. I don't know what his actual, like...
I would also say Hazamada with Surface. Because remember how Hazamada gets the puppet to turn into him?
Yes. I vaguely remember that. I have not done part 4 in a fat minute. Yeah, even Jotaro was unnerved when Josuke did that to Angelo. I think he was more unnerved, not by what he did to the guy, but that he could do it. Because you have to remember, and this is what I fucking hate about Japanese media, specifically, because I've always seen this be done in Japanese fucking media. The ability to heal is not the same ability to reconstruct you and fuse you with something else. I fucking hate this, because Josuke's abilities as his stand healing are fucking ridiculous. Because that's not what he... Josuke's ability is more accurately described as reconstruction, but I think he says he can just heal wounds. But it's more akin to matter manipulation, and I fucking hate it, because Redo of Healer has the same fucking problem.
Well, the problem with Josuke is Josuke thinks it's healing, but if you look at all of the feats, it's reconstruction. Because he can do it. If it was just healing, it shouldn't work on anything other than people.
Yeah, because then you also have fucking really stupid moments where he's all like, and I say stupid like in the nicest way possible here.
You mean when he broke the bike apart to fly over the baby and then reconstructed it in midair?
Yeah. Or how about when he grabs a piece of I think it was Okuyasu's clothing, and he reconstructs him fighting Red Chili Pepper?
Yeah, he does. He does that, and he also reconstruct. He doesn't just have mana manipulation; he can also restore the soul. Because when Hayato blows himself up with Killer Queen blows you up on the soul as well, and he came back.
Honestly, you could argue it's light conceptual manipulation.
Like the silly thing about Josuke is, do you remember when if I remember correctly, didn't he punch the road and turn it back into tar?
That
and then
sounds like
turned it back into like solid road.
that sounds like something he did. I just don't remember. I don't remember anything about Part 4, honestly. Guess what, Zim? That's what they have. That's what they view it as. Then that's what it is, whether we like it or not. Yeah, but it's still fucking stupid.
Yeah, they can say it's healing, but
It's
we
fucking.
can classify it as something else.
And even if they call it healing, they would be objectively fucking wrong to some extent. I mean, like, yes, it heals, but with everything else it does, like, no, like, this is fucking ridiculous.
It's like what Goal Experience does. It can heal, but that's not what its main power actually is.
Josuke can be pretty good if you pair him up with other characters in a VSB matchup. No. Because you just focus Josuke. I think Josuke can't heal diseases, right? You want to know what's the stupidest thing about Part 4? Is Josuke can't save his grandfather.
Yeah, that... I guarantee you, if that scene happened at the end of Part 4, I reckon he would have saved him.
That was that's one of the stupidest things. Xanaxia, Protagonist, and Cultivator would argue with you. They can fucking argue all they want, but if your power is to heal, and your power also includes merging your body or changing your body's shape or structure in any way, you're not healing anymore. You are, like, manipulating your, like, matter, basically.
Yeah, well, it's kind of the same thing why I despise when... Because the Versus Wiki tried to give this to Cole. They tried to say that Cole has high regeneration because other conduits like Delsin can turn his entire body into smoke and reform. It's like, I know you don't give that to One Piece characters, and that's not healing. That's matter manipulation.
All right.
Those are two different things.
All right, Kyle. I'll be back in like 2 or 3 minutes. You just keep them entertained by playing.
How? I can't see.
Just keep playing for like 2 or 3 minutes. I'll be back.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to fucking hop on YouTube.
Looks like they're collecting light here the same way they were fire back in Calaglia.
From what I hear, there used to be a proper day and night cycle in Cislodia ages ago, but apparently
Hold on, people.
The darkness spread from Cisloden and covered the whole realm.
That's crazy. I can't believe
Let's see what we're up to.
even our own damn light.
We shouldn't linger. Let's keep moving before someone spots us.
Would other JoJo characters still scale to Part 2 Joseph's mountain level scaling? Technically, yeah.
We sneak in and take it instead.
I wasn't aware you knew how to be sneaky.
Hey, look over there.
That's Zephyr's son, Law. I don't know. Something doesn't feel right about all this.
Are you kidding? He's practically gift wrapped for us.
Then would you technically classify all forms of manipulation as energy manipulation, since that's all they do, because everything is just energy packed tight? If you wanted to be over generalistic, yes, you could. But if you say to somebody has energy manipulation, they're expecting something along the lines of like chakra or ki. And if you tell them, oh, no, he's just controlling fire, they'll want you to break it down into more specific kinds of manipulation like fire. That's why we don't classify everything under energy manipulation, because it gets really confusing and really vague super quickly.
Why? What do you mean, why? Isn't he your father?
Oh yeah, easy to forget that. After he abandoned me.
Abandoned?
It's the truth. All my old man ever cared about was sticking it to the bright eyes. He never even made it to Mom's funeral.
So you become an agent for the local lord?
You got a problem with that? You're not exactly one to talk. Keep company with a Renin woman. You think you know her, but wait until she has a choice between you and her people.
I may have become an agent for the Renins. But
at least I'm here trying to soothe the agony of my people from the inside.
Where do I scale Sauron? And do I agree with the Versus Wiki's Lord of the Rings scaling. I scale. So this kind of depends on shit. This kind of depends on what you're willing to buy for Sauron, because Sauron has a feat where he's able to take a blast from Eru-Ilúvatar, and depending on how you want to take that, Sauron could have multi-plus feats, because technically anything that's made under the Tolkien estate with their say-so is technically underneath canon in a multiverse sort of way. So, potentially, you could argue for multi-plus, but there's also some stuff out there for the fact of, like, being part of the Maya, he helped create creation itself with the rest of the Ainur. So you could potentially argue for anything from, like, high multi-galaxy to Uni Plus.
Hang on.
Lord of the Rings scaling gets really weird depending on what feats you're willing to buy.
Then you would technically classify all forms of manipulation as energy manipulation, since that's all they do, because everything's just energy packed tight. It's basically windy road classifications for things that never end. No.
Oh, he's back.
In the plaza in front of headquarters.
Execute?
And even then, that's not windy road classification. The fact of the matter is that if you say your power is healing, but your power also allows you to merge a person with another construct to recreate a new construct, your power is no longer healing.
And I want to learn more.
Your dad was a dad for me, even though he abandoned you.
He may not be your dad anymore. He's my dad. It's like when you show up with a stepfather and he sees his son. He's not your dad anymore. He's my dad. He chose me to be his son. He was stuck with you.
But why does your magic look so different from what Renan's use? Is it a different source or something?
I'm not exactly an expert on how Renans cast magic, but we both manipulate astral energy to create it. We just channel that energy in different ways.
I'm sorry, but like, kind of not trying to say out-of-pocket shit impossible.
Yeah, and just like how there are
He does his
different
best.
ways to use a sword, there are elemental differences between us too. For example, light is only in damage.
What have I done wrong this time?
I put on the talking out-of-pocket shit.
What does that mean?
It means you're talking out of pocket.
What does that mean? You kids and your fucking fangled language.
There might be an indirect way to tap into it, but I wouldn't know. I didn't learn everything that my family knew about magic, so it's hard for me to say for sure.
Thanks for teaching me all that. I really do appreciate
Back in my day, people made proper sentences.
It means you say controversial shit.
It's not controversial, it's funny.
Your day only existed in your head? Damn. Oh yeah. I gotta decide if tomorrow fucking or not tomorrow, but the day after. Y'all know Power Skiller underrated underdog? No. I gotta decide if I fucking I wanna go to a One Piece tournament this Friday. I don't mind playing the One Piece card game. Anyways, anything about the God of War guys? Did they even reply to the video? No, of course they fucking didn't.
Are you kidding me? They haven't responded to the last ones that debunked their points. Like hell they're gonna go after this one, the big coup de grace.
Not gonna be easy, but I'm sure we can think of something.
Like we've said it multiple times on different streams now, but they basically conceded that all they've got is Kratos being 4D now, and that's all they're holding on to.
Did I get paid off YouTube?
Cut.
What?
Cut.
No.
Cut.
No.
Cut.
No, fuck you.
Where's my cut?
You don't get a cut. You're not the reason I'm getting paid.
You don't know that.
Wasn't Ken on that video? Yeah, Ken was on that video. So, Ken was on the video, but he basically just said that, like, it wasn't a... He didn't say it wasn't a good video, but that's basically who he was saying. He didn't directly let him flat out say it. What he said was, he said, is Mangler cooking? No, this guy's not cooking at all. I gotta be honest, man, like...
Funny from them when they literally, if they had anything to say wrong with the video, they literally, I've seen them leave essays in comment sections.
You know, they never do it for our videos nowadays.
No, so I'm going to call it for what it is. They don't like what he said, but they don't have any counter evidence. It's literally the same reason why they haven't tried to debunk any of the other videos we've done. Because I still remember the first time we did a video, and they said, "Oh, we're gonna get a couple of the boys together. We're gonna stream it and we're gonna debunk it." And you know what happened? That was 3 years ago. Where's the video? I feel like the Joker being like, "Where's my car, Bruce?
Where's my electric car, Bruce?" VSP will never downgrade Kratos because...
Oh, they know if they have to accept all of this, they'll look like the biggest laughing stocks in the Versus community, even though everyone in the Versus community, they don't buy multi-Kratos anymore. Or if they do, they're really, really holding on for dear life.
Yeah, no, like, there's, like, no real position where you can argue for Kratos anymore. Because, again, even if you argue Kratos is 4D, like, let's say we give you 4D, Kratos is one of the few 4D characters where you're going to treat him the way we treat people in real life. Because you guys have to understand something, like, we're 3D characters... But if any fucking fictional character became 3D, they would beat our ass like a drum. Kratos goes from being a 4D character to being like a 4D regular person in comparison to everyone else in 4D. Yeah, so ideally I'll have the other side video done. So I know she's 15 minutes of audio, and I think she's like 12 minutes. No, she's like 7, if I remember correctly. Yeah, she's like 7 minutes of audio, and I'm like 15. So hopefully it won't be that long. It's just that, like, it's 20. It's the individual edits I'm doing to make it more fun that are like making it so fucking long. So ideally, go on.
Like, not to get back onto this point, but like, why do you think they stopped arguing for author statements? And they tried to say on stream, "Oh, author statements don't matter to us. We don't use them."
Well, to be fair, that was only Man, and I like believe like Man probably changed his mind on like author statements a while back. I think for as kind of weird Man is, because he is kind of a fucking little shit at times too. I think he definitely was the smarter one of the group, which technically he's not a part of their group because
I was gonna say that's not really saying a whole lot, is it?
Well, like, the point I'm trying to make is that, like, he kind of seemed like the smartest one there when it came to checking his own information. I think at one point he realized author statements were going to screw him over. He just decided against it. The problem is that, and if Mangler doesn't do this, I'll make this video. It's like, even if you believe Kratos is 4D, you have one extra caveat problem of, like, he has no uni feats, And even if he's 4D, there's no feats from the tree to scale to. The tree's not infinite in size. And even if it was, no one scales to it. Alright, I think after this we'll call the stream here. Kind of little shit. He usually is one for the lulz. Oh, that's right. He knows you. Yeah, that was fucking weird.
What, in life?
No. Rockin' Alice, I think I forgot about this, but someone during the God of War stream, I think it was Man, called out Rockin' Alice and is all like, "What are you doing here?" I completely forgot about that. That was funny.
Damn.
We are in the same server. Well, I assumed you guys shared a server. No, but I don't mean little shit for the lulz. I mean like little shit like I've literally had conversations with the guy in person where he just kind of ends up being like having a bit of a cunt. Rockin' Alice on our presence. Are you talking about the recent God of War streams in? You mean the video? Yeah, the video, yeah. At any rate, so that's gonna be it for today's stream. Thank you guys for your time as always. So to clarify, I think I'll go ahead and make the first 2 minutes of Other Side, like the preview video, public like tomorrow if you guys want to see some content on this channel in the meantime. Kyle, I don't know if he'll be streaming tomorrow, but if he is, I will not be joining him because the Other Side video is going to be taking up my full time now that I have to fucking record all the audio. But, anything you'd like to say, Kyle?
Depending on how I feel and how much of the Infamous video I get through tonight, I may or may not be streaming. I'll let people know on Discord tomorrow. And for the next 2 weeks, for both today and when I stream tomorrow, that's going to get a little bit dicey because I'm packing up to move to a new house. So that's going to... It might happen, it might not happen.
The moving or the packing up?
The packing. Like, the packing up. Because depending on how it goes, I might be too busy to actually, like stream shit.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no problem, man. Alright. Well, so yeah, that's about it. I'm not going to give you guys a date for when the Other Side video comes out. Just know I'm planning to hopefully have it out by the end of this weekend. So with that said, thank you guys for your time as always. Have a nice day. I'll see you guys on the next streamer video. So take care, everybody.